Sup, fucker. I need to stop doing that. Hello. Hi there. How's it going, everybody? Surprise stream today, yet again. I didn't even clean up the mess from yesterday. Oops. Oh well. Um, Hi. Hello. Today is kind of an art stream in a sense. Uh, but we're probably not gonna do any drawing today. Because the drawings have already been made. If you tuned into my stream yesterday, um, or if maybe you've seen like on Discord or whatever when I talked about this, I have stumbled upon some old ancient treasure, if you will, from many a year ago, many a decade ago. Um, so as a kid, I drew a lot, kind of. um, I showed it a little bit on stream yesterday. So today we're gonna be going over my childhood art. Uh, because I was talking with my mom and my cousin, and the topic came up of like the stuff I used to draw, and I was like, yeah, those are long gone. They're like, are you sure? Are you sure you don't have them somewhere? Because like I swear you do. And I'm like, nah. And I looked, and after like 2 minutes of looking, I found it all. And I was like, what the hell? So this is artwork. I'm gonna put it on screen now. So we have a. I'll explain what's going on today. This is artwork, and this is one of like 8 pages. Okay, there's a lot. There's a lot going on here. Okay, uh, and this is one of 8 pages of characters that I drew of like it's this is proof I have autism, okay? Because I'm still obsessed with character select screens and big Smash Brothers rosters and everything. So it's just been throughout my entire life, okay? It's like a kid being obsessed with like model trains or something. It'd be like that. He has autism for model trains. It's like, yeah, this is my autism for fucking character select screens, okay? Um, is my mic on? I'm not seeing anything light up. Where's my mic at? Oh, there it is. You know, it's on. It's on. We're working. We're working. We're chilling. We're having fun. Um, so I'm zoomed out right now. I'm zoomed out as much as possible. My phone takes gigantic pictures. I had asked my mom to scan all these pages for me. I told her what I was gonna do on stream today, and bless her heart, thank the Lord, she did scan them all. Unfortunately, though, I think just because they're all laminated, which I'll get into here in a minute. Uh, Unfortunately, the scanner just like they're all lopsided, they're upside down, they're like cut off at random points. She and my cousin tried their best to get them scanned while I was working today. And I really appreciate the effort. But I ended up figuring out that I could just take pictures, and that kind of negated the whole effort. So anyways, they are laminated. So as a kid, you know, this is okay. I'm gonna put a number to this. I'm gonna say I was about 6 when I started doing this. I kept saying like 5 or 6. I think 6, because my older brother, he was adopted into our family when I was like when I was 6, and he had left his mark on some of these too. He had done a couple drawings here and there, a couple like marks here and there, um, to draw some stuff as well. So uh, that is definitely like I think that's probably around the time I started doing this when I was 6. Um, I had played Smash Brothers. I This had to be after I got Melee. Oh God, was I 7 and I drew like this? Like, did this start when I was 7? Because this is like Melee stuff. And I got Melee for my 7th birthday, I think. Shit. Am I just bad at art? Like, you know, it's like, oh, it's a little kid's drawing, but it's like, how little though? How little was I really? um, I mean, I am drawing a marker, so that can kind of excuse some. People are usually embarrassed to go over their childhood drawings. I'm like, look at this shit. Let's look at it together and have a gay old time. We'll slap our bellies, kick our feet, laugh together. We'll have fun. Grab a Dr. Peppy, grab some snacks. I want to go over and name all these characters to see if I can figure out who's who. Some of them are obvious. Some of them are not so obvious. But they're laminated. Okay, so anyways, I was a kid. I liked Smash Brothers. It's one of my favorite series of all time. Still is to this day. Absolutely love it. Love the magic of Melee and Smash 64 and everything. This was done before Brawl was even announced. We get to the last page. Brawl wasn't even announced at this point. We were still in GameCube mode. You can see from the 1,000-Year Door characters down here. But we'll get to that. There's a lot of cartoon characters too. I'm all over the place. So I was like, look, Mom, look, I drew this whole page of characters or whatever. I said, well, a whole page of people. And she's like, "Aw, honey, that's so good. Good job. You're my little artist." Mwah, 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 mwah. You know, kiss all over your cheek and forehead and everything. We should get these laminated. And I'm like, "What's laminated?" And she's like, "Oh yeah, it's like it's covered in like a protective thing. It makes it so like water can't ruin all the. I mean, already there was like smudges, droplets, stuff like that. The markers are bleeding." There's stuff that's smudging all over them from me handling them with my grubby little 7-year-old hands. Sweating profusely as I'm trying to get all the details correct on all these characters. She's like, we'll get them laminated. So we went down to I think the Kodak store. I want to say it was the Kodak store, but I can't find much information that might have been. Some store, some photo store, thing like that. And she literally pay a couple bucks to get sheets laminated. I don't know if I completed a few at a time before getting them laminated. But she did complete, or we would visit there often to get them laminated. My mom was really supportive of a lot of stuff I did as a kid with the art. I remember making copies of stuff at the grocery store because the grocery store had a copy machine you can use for the public. Things like that. That was fun. That was a fun little time. So, this also is a wonderful delve into my history, into you can see as we progress onwards, as I zoom in on one page, it zooms in all the others, you can see as we progress onwards, what kinds of things what games I was playing, what shows I was watching, what stuff I was getting into as we progressed through it, because it was over the next couple of years as I was playing stuff. Which is it's really interesting. It's like wow, not only do I I have actual visual proof of when I was getting into stuff, when I was when certain games I was playing and doing this and that. That's, I mean, it's mostly Pokemon. But you can even see when the 3rd generation comes around, when I start drawing fucking why not Metagross, fucking Kyogre, shout out to my Sapphire playthrough we're doing right now. Oh jeez, we're going down this memory lane twice in the same era. Hello, Dr. Shockey. So we're gonna kind of go over this, and I have this Google sheet. Sorry for the flashbang. We just go from this to flashbang, but I have a Google Sheets here. We're gonna try and see if we can name every single character in this character select screen, and all these character select screens, and see if we can figure out just exactly what my mind was up to when I was 7, 8, dare I say 9. um. Anyways, let's start. Oh, and I'm. You know what? I know. I have these here. So. Uh. Name. Oh. What? Name. And then series. I don't know why the series is really long. The name should actually kind of be longer too, because they're gonna be doing that. Also, just real quick, I like to always go in here, format, wrapping, clip. That way, if I'm like, their name is, and I click on another one, oh, it just cuts off, so it's not interrupting anything. So, anyways, first of all, obviously, we have Bellsprout. I don't know why Bellsprout was the first one I drew. This is also the only sheet where I boxed in everything. I drew a big box and then I used a ruler. Obviously, I wasn't able to hold my ruler steady and make perfectly even squares. They're like 1 inch thick each. But this is the closest I get, because you can see every time I did this from then on, like over here on the right hand side here. I don't know, my mouse is showing up there. It's like my ruler would not. I wouldn't have even boxes. You know, oh, this one's kind of even, but like it gets worse. Like the way that the lines are, they're kind of like at an angle and everything. Here especially, oof. This is like really folded up and everything too. This is maybe it's not as bad as I thought. It's really bad down here. These are like really whatever. This last one was like really horrible with like the lines. Here I'm surprised how really good I got very even. I mean, there's still some mistakes here and there, but that's just a little kid drawing, you know. But I was really good at keeping the lines like straight. And you see I start to use like a marker, and then I find like a marker pen halfway through this, and I'm like, oh, that makes like small lines. That makes it really good and easy to draw. And there's still a couple characters I did this stuff for, but then I just switched straight to like this marker pen, and for some reason colored in with it too. Anyways, we got Bellsprout. I don't know why he's first. I think I always really appreciate Melee's character select screen. Like, let's just Melee full character select. Let's just look at like what the full roster is. Yeah, I really appreciate how like it doesn't start with Mario. It starts with a hidden character, Dr. Mario, when you have everybody here. I like how like these characters are off to the side and they're like their things are not fully, you know, aligned. I've talked about before how much I really like Melee's character select screen and how much I really do like the layout of it and everything. And I think I just got really inspired of like, oh, I can have like the main characters like Mario and Luigi and Link and stuff like that. I can have them like in the middle and everything like that. I can have them near the end. I can have them surrounded by all these other characters too. So I can think of fun, cool, new characters before I got to worry about drawing like the main cast. So that was like I think that was my mindset. So I did Bellsprout and Weepinbell. Victreebel is like my top 100 favorite Pokemon, but I have no idea why. I was really wanting to make sure I drew these guys first. So Bellsprout and Weepinbell with his freaking blotchy brown pimples everywhere. So we got Bellsprout and then Weepinbell. Oh, he's just got one out. That's right. With Pokemon. Yeah, I remembered it. I should start color coding these soon. I'm gonna get a few down first. Then we got Kirby. So we got Kirby, obviously. And then we got Sheik and Zelda. I can tell this is Sheik and Zelda. I just Don't ask me how I know that's Zelda. All right. We're going to run into this a lot where the context clues matter. It's like, who did I draw around this character? Okay, that's who that's supposed to be. We're going to run into that very, very soon. Okay? We're going to run into that very soon. Where I'm like, who the fuck is this? Oh, the characters around it kind of tell. Okay. So we got Sheik and Zelda, which I'll put in like one. They're in one character slot. Sheik, Zelda. Sheik is first, I guess. I was trying to be quirky. And the series being Zelda. And then what was next? Dr. Mario. So Dr. Mario. And then I believe this is supposed to be Agumon from Digimon. I wasn't the biggest Digimon fan. I liked it. I thought it was supposed to be like, oh, Pokemon's one thing and Digimon's another thing, and they might cross over something at some point. But then I realized it was a very, very different thing, and I just really like Pokemon more. Pokemon was a lot more easier to follow along with, like, I don't know, the games and stuff like that too. So I like Pokemon more. I know kids will argue like, well, Digimon's got this and that. It's like, that's fine. Everyone has their own preferences, you know. I did like some Digimon though. Agumon, yeah. I'm assuming it's that because he's doing like if it was Charmander, I know as a kid I would have emphasized having his flaming tail in here somewhere. And he's shooting a fireball instead of like a little flamethrower, which I think I remembered as a kid. Oh, he shoots little balls of fire instead. So we got Agumon. Is that how you spell it? Oh God. Agumon. Yeah, that's how you. Okay, yeah. From Digimon. There's not that many Digimon in this in all these sheets. And then we have Mr. Game & Watch with his chinny chin chin. His good old Mr. Chinnigan here. Eating his sausages. That I could see the frying pan right here. Don't ask me how I can tell what I drew here, okay? We have Mr. Game & Watch. Game & Watch. Oh, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna capture audio from my Chrome so you guys can hear when I type stuff. I have the Animalese Chrome extension. I showed Cheesy that when I first found it, and it's funny because every time she ends stream and starts like looking for someone to raid, I can hear her typing it up. So it's really funny. And then we start getting into cartoon characters. So we got Blossom over here, and then Bubbles and Buttercup from Powerpuff Girls. Powerpuff Girls was the shit, okay? This is OG Powerpuff Girls, okay? This is like genuine, like classic Powerpuff Girls. They kick ass. They do fun stuff. They go on cool adventures. They're witty and charming and funny, and really cool. This is not, you know, oh, we're gonna reference No Me Gusta meme and twerk and vomit rainbows and ha 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 epic waffles like fucking Powerpuff Girls. No, fuck that shit. Blossom, well, that's the Pokemon. Blossom. And then Bubbles and Butcher Cup. And then we'll just copy, paste. Now this one here confuses me slightly because it's like, oh, it's Donkey Kong and Diddy Kong. But then down here I have Donkey Kong. So I think this is Donkey Kong Jr. I did play a lot of Mario Tennis 64, and Donkey Kong Jr. was one of the unlockable characters in that. So I think that's who that is. I think it's DK Jr. Donkey Kong Jr. Donkey Kong, and of course Diddy Kong. Diddy Kong! And then we got Boo and King Boo. Nice big jewel to differentiate him, even though he's squished flatter than this Boo. And the Ice Climbers, Popo and Nana, for some reason separated. They're not talking right now. They're going through it. So we got Boo, Mario, King Boo, Mario. Luigi's Mansion was one of the first GameCube games I had gotten. We got our GameCube, and then we got two games. We got Luigi's Mansion, I think like Madden 2004. Oh god, was this back in 2003 then when I did this? 2004. Oh my god. I mean, this might be post 9/11, but like, how many years after? Jesus Christ. Oh my lord. I'm really starting to freak out. I think I might have a problem, guys. I think I might just be bad at heart. I think I might have just been bad all around. Yeah, Ice Climbers. Or the Ice Climbers. Or Ice Climber series. That's not the last time we'll see that series pop up. We got Togepi from Pokemon. Is Togepi the first Pokemon? No, Bellsprout. Yeah, I forgot. Yeah. Togepi from Pokemon. Oh. Yeah. I'm going to autofill that. Okay. And then I think this is where we start to see there's some guest artists on here. This ain't osteofartritis. I don't know if this is my older brother who did this. Maybe it was some other kid or some cousin somewhere. I have no idea. Someone else drew these and they used a purple pen. A purple like marker pen. Maybe it was my mom. No. Someone did. So, this is where I said context clues matters. So, we have, obviously, Mojo Jojo. You know, very, very obviously him. We have him, very obviously him, from Powerpuff Girls. Both of these from Powerpuff Girls. And because of the context clues, I'm going to say this is supposed to be Fuzzy Lumpkins. Let me just remind you, for anyone who's ever not watched Powerpuff Girls, this is what he's supposed to look like. He's like he's supposed to be like an old hillbilly with a a musket. What's to say blunderbuss. He's supposed to be, what the fuck is this? This is oh god. He's like, these are the big three. These are the big three villains for a while. You know, their main arch is Mojo Jojo, him who's like the most powerful villain, and then Fuzzy Lumpkins, who just was like, he was like a sleeper hit. He was like, it's like, oh, he's just some old like crazy hillbilly with a shotgun or something, but he was actually like really powerful. He's a tertiary antagonist. This is what he's supposed to look like, and they just drew a little fucking stick figure, which is funny. But you know, they're there. We gotta add three of them. So Mojo Jojo from Powerpuff Girls, him Powerpuff Girls, and Fuzzy Lumpkins from Powerpuff Girls. Now, I wonder if you've noticed something so far. So far, any characters who are like white people, I've drawn mostly with pink. You know, mostly with pink to color in their skin. There's been a couple outliers here and there. Popo and Nana, nice and brown. Blossom, nice and orange, like her hair. we'll go back on that subject here later. Pichu and Raichu. This is not Pikachu. I know this for instance because Pichu's got the little thing there, and of course Raichu is that color, and Pikachu's down here. So we got Pichu and Raichu. They're separate from Pikachu for now. Pichu, Pokemon, and Raichu, Pokemon. And then Victory Bell. We rounded out the Weeping Bell family with Victory Bell. Next up, we have Yoshi. I think this is the first time I used an actual reference. I may have used one for Dr. Mario. But I can tell because it actually kind of looks like a Yoshi. It actually kind of looks like I'm trying to really get the proportions of a Yoshi. I mean, I'm still... but like, you know, I'm trying. You know, it's there. Kind of. So we got... And Birdo right next to him. So we got Yoshi and Birdo. Yoshi for Mario. And then Birdo from Mario. I should put Yoshi as his... It's in Smash, he's his own series. Yoshi is his own series. So Birdo is still from Mario, though. That's... Sorry, Yoshi. You don't get a girlfriend today. And then Chikorita with bug eyes. They're red as fuck, dude. Those are red. What the hell? Oh, that's creepy. That's scary. And why is this leaf like... Oh, God. It's like a penis with a gigantic slit. Ugh. Ugh. What did I do? Ah! I've got Cyndaquil and Totodile. Totodile's not looking so good, guys. I think he's got scabies. So we got Chikorita. And then we got Cyndaquil. That's how you spell it? Yeah. And then Totodile. And they're from Pokemon. Next is an interesting one. I started adding Dexter's Laboratory characters. Again, I'm like, oh, I'll go in a weird order here. So there's Mandark, Dexter, Didi. We'll address the elephant in the room here in a minute. But there's also this character here. And I remember who this is. This is supposed to be Mandark's sister from a one-off episode where, like, it was like, it was supposed to be like a parody of like, oh, Mandark's sister is like this short, angry little character who's supposed to be like it's a Didi. It's like what Didi is to Mandark, she is to Dexter, right? And I think she was in love with him or something. That was the gag, that both of these guys were in love with both of these. I don't know. I don't know her name, though. What's Mandark's sister? Lalavava. Lalavava. Real name, Olga Astronominov. That's... okay. Anyways, for some reason I was just like, oh, that one-off episode. Well, she's clearly a character that's going to be here forever, obviously. So we'll put her in there. So there's Lala Vava. Did I do that right? Lala Vava. Lala Vava. Dexter's Lab. Mandark. Dexter. And Didi. I think that's how it, maybe it's spaced out. I don't know. Wait, it says right here. Didi. Yeah, spaced out. Didi's rival. Okay. And then Dex. Fuck. Now, the elephant in the room. So I think my pink marker was like running out, or I wanted to try. I was like, these guys are too pink. They don't look right. So I was like, well, brown is kind of tan-ish peachish color, whatever our skin is. So for white, for a lot of white people, they're the most chocolatey brown I found, which is really, really funny. And I very specifically remember like drawing these guys, like Mario, Luigi, like all these characters, and I was like, they're really brown. I don't think I got the right marker. This is before I expanded my marker collection and had more stuff to draw or had more colors to use. Robot Jones, from Whatever Happened to Robot Jones, actually late last year / early this year, I was seeing a lot of people talk about this show in fondness. So it's nice to see it got some recognition again. Robot Jones didn't run for very long, but whatever happened to Robot Jones? I remember that. I remember that bit. It was really. I love the animation of it too, like the way it's drawn and animated and everything. It was the last. It was the last show to ever have like old-fashioned styled cells animation, and it was stylized to look like a really old like 70s like or 50s or whatever, not 50s, like 70s like scribbled together animation that like Schoolhouse Rock. Oh god, Robot Jones is crazy. Like I'll just whatever happened to Robot Jones. I messed up my typing. It went crazy. Yeah, they look like Schoolhouse Rock characters and everything. And the anime, there's a little Pac-Man, and the animation on it was insanely good. It was so crazy stylized. The fact that it was all hand drawn and everything, like I miss Cartoon Network doing stuff like this. Now everything is bean mouth. Yes, I will complain about that. Yes, I am old. Pikachu, Mewtwo, Mew, Celebi. That's kind of obvious. You know, we're getting to some of the more important guys. Pikachu, Mewtwo, Mew, Celebi. Okay. So when I was looking these over, I was like, I actually kind of nailed like all the characters on this sheet, except for I am really, really, really fucking confused as to who this guy and this guy are supposed to be. I want to go on a crazy limb and want to say that I put like myself and my older brother on this sheet, which is like super cringe and kind of insane. Especially like, why the fuck is my stomach sticking out? Did I just like why is that how I drew? If this is supposed to be me, why did I draw myself like that? I think there with my tummy sticking out. Like what the fuck? My brother's just shirtless. He's just all brown on me. He's not looking too good, guys. I think his eyes are kind of melting downwards. The little purple smear. Why is there purple? I think I was drawing pink, and I think this is when I was like coloring in pink. I probably drew some of these beforehand, and I was coloring in pink, and I was like, this don't look right. I'm gonna use brown. Oh, that's worse. I don't know, man. I had struggled so much to keep things in between in the little boxes. Good lord. So I'll say that's just me. And of course it's also Lugia and Oh-Oh. That's real. That's real. Me and then Lugia and Ho-Oh. And then my brother. My brother! Which is cringe as hell, but you know, whatever I guess. God rest his soul. I was like, what the fuck is that noise? And it was coming from my house as someone scooting a chair upstairs. I thought I heard something through my headphones. I was like, what? So we got Jesse, James, Onyx, and Meowth, all from Pokemon. The Pokemon are gonna be very easy to identify. So we got Jesse, James, Onyx, and Meowth. The brownest Meowth you'll ever see. Browner than Galarian Meowth. Capital. Just. And then of course, finally, our main contenders, Mario and Luigi. Just the sound of it makes me queasy. Mario, Luigi. Oh, my throat. For Mario. All right. Ash Ketchum. Clearly, Ash Ketchum. Pokemon. And I have no idea who the fuck this is supposed to be. If this is supposed to be me and my brother, this is a character. I have no idea who. I have not a fucking clue who. So I'm gonna just put. We'll come back to that if I can think of it later. But that's like the one character on this first page that I absolutely, truly cannot identify. So smudged into here, you can still at the very least tell it's Samus. So we have Samus from Metroid, and that's probably the only Metroid character in this entire thing. This is before Brawl. Before I got exposed to Zero Suit Samus, or who I paid attention to who Ridley was. Jigglypuff, nice and bald. And then, I know this is Peach, because context clues, this is Zelda. So, I know that this is Peach. So we have Princess Peach from Mario. And then, again, context clues. Because this is supposed to be Donkey Kong with his squinty eyes. Because he's not feeling too good. His tummy hurt. That's why I knew this is DK Jr. with his fucking googly eyes. So, this is Donkey Kong. And then Marth and Roy. This is when I was making sure I was covering my bases with Melee. So we got Donkey Kong from Donkey Kong, and then we got Marth and Roy from Fire Emblem. Very funny how I knew nothing about Fire Emblem, and so these are the only two Fire Emblem characters in all 8 sheets. But nowadays, I'd add 50 Fire Emblem characters to Smash, and I don't fucking care what anyone has to say about it. They can all be unique. Fox and Falco. So, Fox McCloud. And, from Star Fox. And Falco Lombardi. From Star Fox. Toad, Shy Guy, Paratroopa, and Koopa Troopa. So, Toad, Shy Guy, Paratroopa, and Koopa Troopa. I know sometimes he's called Koopa Paratroopa. I don't care. Odia. I love this thing. Coughing and wheezing. Wheezing. I remember coughing and wheezing from Pokemon. I should keep Pokemon copied just because it's gonna be a lot. just There's like almost the entire like Hoenn national decks in this thing, guys. Um, and then because of Fox and Falcon, I think I did like a little square thing. Some characters I drew ahead of others, so like that's why I drew these guys all together right here. So Fox, Falco. I think this is Peppy and Slippy. So Peppy here from Star Fox and Slippy Toad. All right. And then we start getting into more like crazy picks here. Staryu from Pokemon, and that's supposed to be Bowser. I know. Shocking. Staryu, Pokemon, and Bowser from Mario. Then we got Ness and Captain Falcon, who has been stung by a bunch of bees. His face, he looks like, oh, Falcon Punch. Ness from Earthbound, and that's the only Earthbound character in the entire game, the only mother character in the entire game. And then Captain Falcon, F-Zero, where there's 0 more characters in that series. So that kind of checks out. So I want to say this is Young Link. I want to say that this is Young Link because he has big, childlike bug eyes. And I liked playing Young Link a lot in Melee. I really liked having like a little kid character. I was like, yay, I can relate. And he was a fun, unique spin on having Link there. And then I'm like, I got to the end of this sheet and I was like, oh, I didn't put Link. So I put Link down here. With I can see the stroke marks to make his hair. That's funny. So I think this is Young Link and this is Link down here. So this is Young Link. Young Link. Now, here's where we get to a very important part of these character select screens. So so there's going to be a lot of characters that are kind of repeats. What? Huh? 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 What? It's still going. Huh? It's still going. It's just YouTube having problems. Okay. All right. I don't know how long we dropped there for I just saw YouTube stream cut out and I looked and everything else looks fine. So I'm going to start my explanation over again. So there's not another Mario, there's not another Luigi unless there's a twist to the character. If there's a twist or change to the character, then I probably made a new character. Inspired by like, oh, there's Mario and Dr. Mario. Well, there's got to be other kinds of and Link and Young Link. There's got to be other kinds of characters like this too, right? Introducing Vacuum Luigi. I didn't remember the name Poltergust, so I remember I called him Vacuum Luigi, and it's from Luigi's Mansion, but his moveset is based around him having the vacuum, the Poltergust. So we'll say Poltergust Luigi from Mario. That's the first of many twist, change, copy characters we'll see. It'll get crazy. Waluigi and Wario. The blackest characters in the Mario Kingdom. Waluigi and Wario. Ironically, I don't think there's very many other versions of them out there in this character select screen. Although I really did like these guys already. Next up, we go back to cartoons. It's been a while since we've seen a cartoon character. So we have Tom and Jerry. Tom and Jerry. I recognize right here. Okay, that's supposed to be Tom. That's supposed to be Jerry. I know my childhood brain. Tom and Jerry. From Tom and Jerry. And then Don't ask me how I remember, but I know this is supposed to be Raikou, Entei, and Suicune from Pokemon. I just know it. I know this is what this is supposed to be. It's like supposed to be Raikou's main. It's supposed to be the thing above that flows behind Entei. It's supposed to be Suicune's little head crystal thing, head like weird loop-de-loop hook. So Raikou, Entei, and Suicune. And then what's next? Link, Zelda, and then weirdly enough, this is supposed to be Magikarp and Gyarados. I want to say my brother drew this, and I think he purposefully drew it kind of weird, like it doesn't look like Gyarados. But I like this like worm creature design. This is cool. I do think my brother drew this, and I think I did this because Magikarp. I could have made a circle and it would have been closer to him, but instead I had a weird leech coming in off screen with no eyes. I think that purple dot's supposed to be an eye, but I don't know for sure. So it's just a weird leech coming in with no eyes. That's Magikarp. So we have Magikarp and Gyarados from Pokemon. I should order these by pages, so let's... Page 1. And then we'll copy. And then page 2. I'm gonna copy that again. Okay. So now we've completed page 1. Look at that, chat. We went through all the pages in an hour. Or all the characters in an hour. Except for that one. I still don't know who the fuck this guy is over here next to Ash. I'm sorry. I missed one character. I don't know who that is supposed to be. I have no clue. If that's even supposed to be someone from real life, I have no idea. I have no clue. So let's go to page 2. I believe this is supposed to be page 2. Because I think I was wrapping up with characters I had missed, which is just Ganondorf. Was there anyone else I missed from Melee? Kirby, Zelda Sheik, Dr. Mario, Game & Watch, Ice Climbers, Pichu, Yoshi, Mewtwo, Mario, Luigi, Samus, Jula, Peach, DK, Arthroy, Fox Falco, Bowser, Ness, Cat Falcon, Youngling, Clink. I think it's everyone. I think Ganondorf's the only one left. He took a while for us to unlock as well. But I had Game & Watch in like the very top of the list, so like that's... Yeah, I think Ganondorf wraps up all the Melee characters. So at this point, I have all the characters from Smash in. Because remember, this is years before Brawl was even announced. So, page 2. We start off with some Mario enemies, Goomba and Bob-omb. I leave a space in between. No, I didn't. Okay, just kind of started. Okay. So we have Goomba from Mario. And Bob-omb from Mario. I think Ganondorf from Zelda. Is it not? Huh. And then we have the male and female wireframes. So male wireframe, Smash, and female wireframe. The two genders, male wireframe and female wireframe. Take your pick, kids. You got one of these. You don't got a skeleton inside you. You got a wireframe with a glowing core. Baby Mario. And this is supposed to, I think, be Bowser Jr., but I called him Baby Bowser. Unless there's another Bowser Jr. somewhere in here that I forgot about. But I think that's supposed to be who that is. So, Baby Mario, Mario series, and Bowser Jr. Okay. So this one, I'm confused as hell about. I have not the slightest fucking clue who this is supposed to be. Like, this is obviously some character from something. And they have, like, a crown thing on their head. Is this supposed to be Daisy? How did I draw the crown on other characters? There's Peach's crown. Is this supposed to be Daisy? Oh my god. Oh my god, it might be. I was fucking pondering this all night. I was like, who the hell is that character right there? I think it's Daisy. Fuck it, I'm gonna put Daisy. Daisy Mario. If I found out I drew Daisy somewhere else, I'd be very pissed off. Poliwhirl. I looked at all these sheets earlier, and I saw like the rest of the Poly family somewhere else. So I think that's Poliwhirl specifically. I had a stuffed Poliwhirl animal as a kid. My brother scribbled all over it and then threw it in the trash. So, you know, that happened. But I also had an Elekid plushie too, but that was like sold in a garage sale or something like that. So Poliwhirl, Elekid, Bulbasaur, Charmander. I make sure to detail the tail. That's how I know that was Agumon on the first page. Agumon! Bulbasaur, Charmander, Squirtle. So we got Poliwhirl, Elekid, Bulbasaur. It's a rotten Bulbasaur, Bulbasaur. Charmander, and Squirtle. Squirrel. We'll go back to some more cartoon characters. That's not the. Nah, I'm just gonna remember. Okay. So. More cartoon characters. I decided, we'll put the Green Gang in here from Powerpuff Girls. And just separate them all in here. Just make them all separate characters. I remember most of their names. There's Ace. There's Big Billy. Like, hi, I'm Big Billy. I can't do his voice right. He's like, I'm Big Billy. I can't hit the notes for it. Ace, who's now canonically a guest member of the Gorillas. Big Billy, Little Arturo. I think this guy was Snake. And then I cannot remember the last guy's name, so I have to look it up. So Green Gang. Ace, Snake, Little Arturo, Grubber, and Big Billy. Grubber, that's his name. He's like, so we have Ace, Big Billy, Little Arturo, Snake, and Grubber from Powerpuff Girls. Don't worry. There's only a few more characters from the Powerpuff Girls in here. We got Wobbuffet, Lickitung, and there's just a billion Pokemon here. I'm going to try and just name through them all. Wobbuffet, Lickitung, Ekans, Arbok, Butterfree, Yanma, Beedrill, Sunflora, Blossom, Murkrow, Zapdos, Moltres, Articuno, and that right there, that little green fella with the nose. You want to know who this is supposed to be? It's supposed to be fucking Kecleon. This is supposed to be fucking Kecleon, dude. It's supposed to be fucking Kecleon. It's supposed to be that. It's supposed to be this fucker. That. That. Kecleon. It's the resemblance is uncanny. He's got the little squiggle belt. That's the only part of him that stays noticed or stays visible. Right there. You can see it. Kecleon. For some reason, I saw, I think, like a promo thing in like a magazine that I didn't keep. Like it was like in the library or something. I don't know. Somewhere, somehow, some way, I saw like, oh, new Pokemon, Kecleon. It can turn invisible, but its striped belly stays shown. And I was like, that's so cool! Oh my god! Oh, this is a new Pokemon for the new games! Oh, this is before Ruby and Sapphire came out. And they're like, oh, it's going to show up in like the next short for the next movie. There'll be Kecleon, two different kinds of Kecleon. There's like the Kecleon brothers, right? Is Kecleon shiny? What? Kecleon Cerebi. Take me to its page, please. Is it shiny? Oh, it's shiny. Just changes the belly color. Why is the Kecleon brothers different colored then? Kecleon Leon brothers. Oh, hang on. Sorry, my brother came in my room. This should have been Kecleon shiny. Why is like they had this whole color palette, everything that looks amazing. They had a lore thing in the Pokemon Mystery Dungeon. They should have been shiny. Make this the fucking. Anyways, Kecleon. I don't think I'm supposed to be like this. Anyway, so what were we at? Well, Wobbuffet, Lickitung, okay, so Wobbuffet. Oh god, is it supposed to be like buffet? Oh, I'm so stupid. I can't even remember. Okay, well, I got a million tabs open. Um, Wobbuffet. Yes. All right, Wobbuffet, Licky Tongue, Ekans Arbok, Ekans, in I remember these sounds, man. I remember like watching the anime being like, "Oh, it's so cool! What's the Pokemon gonna make the noise?" And like it was the fucking most insane shit to me. Seeing like Pokemon like actually like scream their names and everything and be like, "Wow, is that what they sound like? That's so cool." Butterfree, Yanma, and Beedrill. I mean, sorry, Butterfree, Yanma, and Sounding Rod. Butterfree, Yanma. I typed Yanma, and then Beedrill. All right, and then Sunflora, Blossom, Mercury. You could tell I was just going through all the Pokemon I could. Sunflora, Blossom. I'm doubting if that's how it, because it's like the word blossom. Blossom. Yes. And then Murkrow. And then Zapdos, Moltres, Articuno. Zapdos, Moltres, Articuno, and good old Kecleon. That's the funniest thing ever. You know, Regal was arguing with me yesterday about fucking Geodude sniffing. Kecleon sniffing. Somebody tell her Kecleon sniffs. He's here to sniff you with his tendril arms. And his tendril feet. And then next we have another Digimon. Probably the last Digimon, I think. What's his name? Gabumon or something? Is that how you say? I know who it is. It's the guy with the wolf pelt and the horn and everything. Gabumon. Yeah, Gabumon. What the fuck is that? So Gabumon, Digimon, and then go back to Pokemon immediately after X-Men. Unknown, Apom, the Magnemite, Chinchou, Jumpluff, Scizor. I remember looking at a picture for that one because I was like, oh, I got the head so right, and yeah, I didn't draw a body. It's just Pokemon from here. It's literally just a bunch of Pokemon except for that one thing right there. So we're gonna get a bunch of Pokemon here. So Unknown, Apom, Magnemite, Chinchou, Jumpluff, Scizor, Octillery, Venonat, Dragonair, Haunter, Ghastly, Gengar. This is also when my black little marker pen was running out. So I had to, you can see right there on Apom, especially, oh god, it makes my skin crawl. Just thinking about scratching, the feeling, it's like, you know, like if your nails on a chalkboard kind of thing, it's kind of like that feeling when you have like a dry, like, marker pen scratching the paper. Anyways, that's why I switched to like a purple pen. So Apom. Switch to a purple pen for a little while. You'll see how it switched to a couple different colors for a little while. I don't think I ever get back to a black marker pen, unfortunately. Very unfortunate, because I really should have. This could be Pokemon for a long while, dude. Dragonair, Noctowl, Magneton, Marill. I think that's Scyther. I think that's supposed to be Scyther with its mouth open going, Scyther! But, like, its mouth is so red. I just made it like a blob. Hoot, Sunkern, Hitmontop, a star from Mario, which is a power star. I think the Melee trophy called it a Starman. So I think I called it a Starman, but it's a Starman. But it's supposed to be a Power Star for Mario. The Venusaur, who's like, Charizard, who's like, ah! And then Blastoise, who's like, with his lopsided fucking eyes. Did some funniest shit. Then Bayleaf, Croconaw, Quilava, Ivysaur, Charmeleon, Wartortle, and then Swinub. So, oh god, we have so much to go through. Okay. So we have Unknown, Apom, Magnemite. Unknown, Apom, Magnemite. We got Chinchou, Jumpluff, Scizor, and Octillery. Chinchou. You can tell this is just when I started like looking at a bunch of Pokemon in like a little Pokedex like magazine or booklet or something like that. And that's when I was really starting to like just pick out anyone that looked remotely neat to me and I wanted to draw. Jumpluff, Scizor, Skeezor, and came after him. Octillery, Venonat, Dragonair. Octillery, Venonat, and Dragonair. I don't know why I drew Dragonair before Dragonite. I know Dragonite and Dratini are both on this list later, but I don't know why I drew this guy first. Haunter, Ghastly, Gengar. So Haunter, Ghastly, Gengar, and then Noctowl. I like Noctowl. Noctowl's neat. Magneton, Meryl, and again, I think that's Scyther, and Hoot Hoot. So Magneton, Meryl, Scyther, and Hoot. Hoot. I think Sunkern was right after him. Yeah, Hitmontop, and then Power Star. From Mario. Alright. Then we have Venusaur, Charizard, Blastoise. Yeah, basically then the starter middle guys in weird orders. So Venusaur, Charizard, Blastoise, Bayleaf, I think Croconaw was first, and then Quilava, Ivysaur, which is in Smash, so that's kind of funny. Ivysaur, Charmeleon. So is Charizard, but and then Wartortle. Charmeleon, Wartortle, Mewtwo, Tentacle, Aerodactyl. I remember the Pokemon rap. Kind of, some bits here and there. It was catchy. Then we had ended off with Swinub. That was the end of page 2 of 8. So this page is mostly Pokemon. That's when I stopped having too many like cool ideas about what characters should be in, and I started just kind of going over like all the Pokemon I thought was neat. We go back to some characters later on. There's some more down the line. So we're gonna get some really confusing picks later on. Let's see here though. First we got Meganium, Typhlosion, Starmie, and Feraligatr. So Meganium, again from Pokemon. That's not what I copied. Well, that is what I copied. I just forgot I didn't copy this. Typhlosion, Starmie, and Feraligatr. I don't know why I drew Starmie in the middle of them. I can't go back in time and ask. If just me going back in time, this fucking fat, hairy adult fucking going and looking, hey, tell me why you drew this stuff, and he's just the kid screaming, ah, 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 ah. We got Piranha Plant, so we got back. Now we got some new other stuff, stuff that's not Pokemon, and then immediately Pokemon after. Piranha Plant and Lakitu. I don't know if I knew the name of Lakitu back then. Probably called him like a Cloud Koopa or something. I don't know. But Piranha Plant from Mario. And then Lakitu from Mario. And then Piloswine from Pokemon. Man, imagine if Gen 4 was a thing when I finished this off. Holy shit, dude. Bullet Bill and Snorlax. Bullet Bill from Mario. And then Snorlax. Oh, Snorlax from Pokemon. Surprised that Snorlax took 3 pages for me to get in. I liked Snorlax a lot as a kid. I guess I just forgot about it when I was drawing fucking Jumpluff and Magneton. Sunkern. That's not a Pokemon, actually, believe it or not, even though it looks a lot like Totodile. We already had Totodile page 1. That is actually Claptrap from Donkey Kong. I know this because I already drew the entire Totodile family before this. And I think this is supposed to be like... I can't think right now. This is supposed to, I think I was reading, go to like trophies in Melee or something when I looked at this, so. So it's Claptrap from Donkey Kong. And then, I don't really know who this is supposed to be. This is like a purple dog, right? I can see the nose, I can see the eyes and everything. If I had to throw something at the wall, like a dart at the wall, I'd say maybe Courage the Cowardly Dog. And instead of a pink marker, I just used a purple one for some stupid reason. I don't know. I'm gonna just guess it's supposed to be Courage the Cowardly Dog. We go back to TV shows for a quick second, Courage the Cowardly Dog. From Courage the Cowardly Dog Show. Starring Courage the Cowardly Dog. Oh wait, hold on. I'm so stupid. It's the Courage the Cowardly Dog Show. Of course. Then Heracross, Zubat, Golbat. That one looks like Zubat, but I can tell it's Golbat because it's bigger than this one. Context clues, and then Crobat. So Heracross, Zubat, Golbat, Crobat. These are great Smash Bros. Picks, by the way. Guess you didn't have this on their Sakurai. And then this is embarrassing enough. So Sonic the Hedgehog was a huge part of my childhood, yet for some reason I didn't really include very many Sonic characters in this. But I believe that this is supposed to be Sonic That I don't know why I drew Sonic like that. Listen, I knew what Sonic looked like. I knew what he was supposed to look like. I think as a kid though, sometimes when you people don't realize this about kids. Kids are like you're when you draw, especially from memory, as a kid, and you don't know what the hell you're doing because you're not an artist because you're a kid. You don't really remember details much like that well. Like you think you're getting somewhere, and then you completely miss the whole point of something because you don't remember very well how the shapes of something are supposed to be. You don't know to look for that stuff. You're a kid. You don't know to look for that stuff. You're just like a blue, the fuzzy thing. It's Sonic, yeah. So this is supposed to be Sonic and Tails. I think because this could be Knuckles, but I think because this guy has this curly hair thing, this like bowl cut here that's supposed to kind of be like dreadlocks. I think that's supposed to be Knuckles, and this is supposed to be Amy. So I think it's supposed to be Sonic, Tails, Amy, who's very angry for some reason, and her eyes are connected when everyone else's are separate, and then Knuckles. I don't know. I don't know why. I don't know why. Just trust the process, I guess. So we have Sonic, Tails, Amy, and Knuckles. All from Sonic. And then we go back to Pokemon for a brief stunt for Ditto. Then... Now, so this is supposed to be Lakitu up here. So I'm wondering who the fuck is this? And this is only Lakitu with like a fish hook? Then who's this guy with the hat? I don't know why there's a Lakitu with a hat here. I wonder if there's like Lakitu variants. Lakitu variants that I know of. Let's go to the Mario Wiki. Lakitu. Yeah, is this the? No, I like the other one. I mean, fandom wiki. Is this the? I'm being stupid right now. No, this is the one I always go to. The Mario Wiki. I thought I looked different. I don't know. So where is there like a variants listing? Portrayals, profiles, Disney notes. I'm just trying to wonder why he has a hat. Is there a different version that has a hat that I saw as a kid? Is he like... Nah, not the cameraman Lakitu. Not this guy. This guy's like angry. I don't know. He's on a cloud. And he's angry and he has a hat. This isn't supposed to be like a Hammer Brother, is it? No, that's not. No. What the hell kind of Lakitu is this? It's supposed to be a Lakitu of some kind, but I don't know. Is the Fisherman Lakitu supposed to be the variant then that I drew? Because I think I stopped trying to do the thing on page 1 where like I draw some characters in advance, then other characters later down the line. I think now I was just drawing them as I was going along. I don't know. So... Well, we'll just leave that. There's a question mark for now. Context clues, Porygon 2, because this is Porygon over here. Like, he's stubbier. See? He's stubbier. This guy's pointier. So we got Porygon 2. Porygon 2. Oh, 2 is like next to his name. And then we go back to cartoons. This might actually be the last. No, it's not the last Powerpuff Girls character. There's a lot of Powerpuff. I don't know why there's a lot of Powerpuff Girls characters. So these sheets right there also. We have the Rowdy Rough Boys. They were another one-off character that like became super popular, and people kept making stuff with them. And then like, I think the show brought them back a couple times because of it. I don't know. One of them is named Butch. That's all I remember. It's like Butch, Biff, and Bob or something. I don't fucking know. Rowdy Rough Boys. Oh shit, they kind of look cooler than I remember. Oh wait, I think is that a fan thing? That's a fan drawing, assholes. Wait, what the fuck? Or is that like the newer look of them? That might be the newer look. Okay, that's I guess it's a newer look of like whatever. Anyways, there are major antagonists in the franchise. They are the male but wicked counterparts. What are the names? Brick, Boomer, and Butch. There we go. Okay. Yeah, that's right. Okay. So we have Boomer, Brick, and Butch. This gigantic fat fucking head. So Boomer, Brick, and Butch. Next up, Porygon, and then Teddiursa and Ursaring, and then some more Pokemon down here. So, Porygon, Teddiursa, and Ursaring. You know, honestly, Ursaluna would kind of be a sick-ass character. Smash. Especially with, like, its Blood Mood form is, like, a alternate or something. Like a Echo Fighter or Final Smash or something. I don't know. Hitmonchan and Hitmonlee, context clues. Hitmonlee's right there, so Hitmonchan, and then Doduo, Dodrio. And it's, sure. Doduo fights against versus Metal Doduo team. Oh, fucking no. Hitmonchan, Hitmonlee, Doduo, and Dodrio. Pokemon. And then is this? I don't know. So this is not just, again, every character that's in here, there's a twist, and then later on. So there's Mojo Jojo right here at the beginning, page 1, underneath the actual Powerpuff Girls. So I have to wonder, I think this is like his giant form from the movie. Giant Mojo Jojo. What's he called? Oh, is there like an actual name for that transformation? Muscle growth scene. Oh, I think it's just Giant Mojo Jojo. I think that's all it is. He's just him as a giant. He's like a giant thing. I don't know why he's gray. I don't know why I colored him gray with a pencil. That's a pencil. I used a pencil to color him gray. I don't know why, but there he is. When he's like a giant King Kong thing. That was cool. That was cool how he put the mayor's house thing on his head. It's like a new helmet. That was cool. I don't. He doesn't have a specific name for it, so I guess we'll just call it Giant Mojo Jojo. Giant Mojo Jojo. Does he have a space in his name? Yeah, he does. Okay. It's like a first name, last name kind of thing. Mojo Jojo. And then Giga Bowser. I only know that's because that's Bowser's in the first page, so Giga Bowser. Mario. And then I think this is supposed to be Dark Link. Guys, I stared at this shit for so long when I was a kid, drawing new characters and stuff like that. So that's how I think this is imprinted on me that this is supposed to be Dark Link. So, because I think it's supposed to be like his hat. That little butt thing is supposed to be his hat. It's just like, oh, here's details like doing a side thing for his, like, his nose and lips and mouth and everything, and then there's his hat. So it's like there's that, and then there's Sunshine Mario, Mario with FLUDD. So Dark Link from Zelda, and then Mario. I'll just name it Sunshine Mario. Mario. Which I don't know why Powerpuff Girls is like the most prominent. There were so many colorful, crazy characters in there, and it was a very action-oriented show that, like, I think that's why it imprinted on me to draw these characters that were from there. But it's supposed, yeah, like this is supposed to be the fucking Amoeba Boys. I'm going down memory lane of remembering the fucking show at this point because of that. So the Amoeba Boys, a gang of amoebas who were villains in Whoop Ass Stew alongside the gang. Oh, that's right. Before the actual Powerpuff Girls started using them. Yeah, there was like 3 of them and everything. There are 3 colorful little characters, you know. Boss Man, Slim, and Junior. So I guess that's supposed to be Slim because he's like kind of bean shaped, and then this is Boss Man because he's really evil. Boss Man, Slim, and Junior. I forgot how they sounded. It was supposed to be like a tough, like, yeah, see, we're the mob. All 3 of them were voiced by the late Chuck McCann. Oh, rest in peace. So I guess it was Slim, Junior, and Boss Man. Why is it not autofilling? If there's a gap, does it stop autofilling? Okay. And then Mischievous, I guess I imagined her head was detached from her body. Hoppip, Skiploon. So Misdreavus, Hoppip, and Skiploon from Pokemon, and then I guess this is Master Hand. I'm just gonna guess it's Master Hand because it's a glove. Princess Morbucks from Girls, of course. The only show that has this much influence on this fucking roster. Fucking eat your heart out, multiverses. Who the fuck are these? I do not recognize these 4 characters. This chef guy, this fighter person, this robot, and this karate dude. I have no idea. Not a single fucking clue. I cannot determine who they are supposed to be. Why is there more of them down here? Another chef, another thing, another robot, another karate dude. There's two sets of them. They're the exact same characters. Sorry, someone just barged in my room again. The exact same fucking characters. What is this? He has black hair. He has brown. Wait a fucking second. What? Wait. Are these? Do you remember on page one? I think I figured out that this is supposed to be like me and my elder brother. Like I added us into the game. I think I did the same thing here. I think I made variant versions of us, like Chef Me. I don't know if this is supposed to be like a Super Saiyan or like a fire. I think it's supposed to be a fire me because it's the red hair, and then a robot, and then karate, and then I did the same thing again with him. I think it's oh my god, this is the part of looking at your old art where you're like really embarrassed as shit. You're like, oh yeah, put us in Smash Bros. We got karate, we got robot, chef, fire. So I guess Chef Me, Fire Me, hey, Fire Me, get rid of me, Robot Me, and Karate Me from Real, also Real, also Real, also Real. As stupid as it is, I'm just trying to get the names of these. Mankey Primate, obviously. Mankey and Primate. Solid Pokemon. Very solid. Except in red and blue. Only in yellow when they get better moves. I mean, obviously another Pokemon, I think. Because everyone around it. And that's Azumarill and Sudowoodo. Who has a head like that? Who's purple? Is that a Venomoth? The most iconic part of Venomoth, its fucking body and wings, and I draw its tiny ass little head, not even doing it right. Not even putting like the eyes and the sides right. I guess I'll just go Venomoth, Azumarill, and Sudowoodo. So Venomoth, Azumarill, and Sudowoodo. That's Chaos. And I think that because of that, that's supposed to be Tikal, who looks nothing. Yeah, Chaos and Tikal. Chaos, Tikal, Sonic, and then Chef Brother. What did I just write my brother for the beginning one? I'm not dropping names. He is long passed away, so that is not, we are not looking that up. Chef Brother, Fire Brother, Robot Brother, and Karate Brother. We get a good old fashioned Janchovy Sam Brother in this chat. Brother. Caterpie Weedle. I guess more me and my brother. I want to make a lot of OCs of me and my fucking brother. Okay, I guess we're snakes now. We're snakes. I don't know why. I don't remember being like, oh, we should be snakes. So Caterpie, Weedle, Snake Me, Snake Brother. And that's page 3, baby. Alright, page 4. Fucking more Pokemon. God damn! Why was I so obsessed with Pokemon? I still am, but Christ, man! Voltorb does not need to be a Smash Bros. Character. Tentacle does not need to be a Smash Bros. Character. Lantern does not need to be a Smash Bros. Character. Why does Snubble and Gramble have bows on their heads? Why do I think they have bows on their heads? Lantern. Dark Mewtwo. This... What? What? Is that supposed to be Mew 3 or something? Did I make up Mew 3? I might have, actually. I don't know. Lantern. Mew 3. What was after him? Cubone, Snubble, Gramble, Marowak. Cubone. Snubble, Gramble, Marowak. Whoa. Oh, if I hit control arrow keys. Okay, I see. H4. I don't know. Tyrogue, Tentacruel. Why is there a second Meowth? Why does that Meowth have a nose? Is this supposed to be like Meowth on all fours? It's a Persian! I don't know. Again, I'm drawing most of these from memory. So, like, I think that was supposed to be Persian. But, like, I gave him Meowth's head. Oops. I think that's supposed to be Steelix. Don't ask me how I know that. I think it's supposed to be Steelix. I think that was my idea of making it silver, was just leaving it white. So we got Steelix. What was after him? Tyrogue, the Tentas in Persian. And then Ladybug, Ladian, Executor. And that's it for Pokemon for that. So, Lady... Wait. Ladybug? Oh, God. Yeah, that's how you spell it. I've never used it before. Silver playthrough, Soul Silver playthrough, maybe, actually. We'll maybe. Ladybug, Ladian. Is it Execute and Executor is next? That's not the page. Yeah, Execute and Executor. Execute. Executor. Is that... What is that it? Executor. Yes. Oh, I should probably keep a tab open for that. Yeah. And then what's next? Thwomp and Womp. Specifically the Mario 64 versions. Thwomp and Womp. Mario. Wigglytuff, Kakuna, Metapod, Sneasel. Yeah, it's a lot of Pokemon. Let's make a Poke Rap out of the entire fucking roster, why don't we? Wigglytuff, Kakuna, Metapod, use Harden, Sneasel. Now what's this? Voltorb, Electrode. Kabuto, Kabutops, and Pineco. I know what I was drawing. Kabuto, Kabutops, Pineco. Editor, put in that speed run that guy was doing of going through the Microsoft Excel speed run training course thing. With this really, really, really clacky keyboard. Chain Chomp and King DDD. Hey, look, another Kirby character. I actually did have a couple Kirby characters in here. King DDD and Waddle Dee. Was I just starting to watch the... No, I don't think I knew his name was King DDD at the time. I think it was just like... I played Kirby 64, so these guys were there. So, yeah. So Chain Chomp, King DDD, Waddle Dee, and then Mr. Mime. Chain Chomp! King DDD! Waddle Dee! Mr. Mime! Oh, yeah, one more Digimon in here. Okay, Patamon. Yeah, I remember Patamon. Is it Patomon? Or Patamon? Patamon. Let's see. Patamon. It is Patamon. Ain't he a cute one? Patamon. Digimon. Okay. Alright, I got that one. Okay. Alright, let's see here. Fortress Remoraid, several pages after Octillery. Fortress Remoraid, Donphan, Corsola, Quillfish, Politoed, my goat. All right, this is before I really understood the goatedness of Politoed. And I remember earlier I said when I found Poliwhirl here, I was like, oh, I think I saw the rest of the Polys later on. Yeah, Poliwrath, obviously, Angry Eyes, Poliwrath, and Poliwag. So, an Igglybuff, that's Togetic. And just like Scizor, just like fucking Venomoth. Drew a little spiked 3 head. Cleffa, Geodude, Graveler. I never saw the golem there. Oh my god. Dude. I'm gonna claw you. Clefairy, Clefable, Sentret, Wooper. It's just a bunch of fucking Pokemon after this. Wooper, Eevee, Tangela, Phanpy, Electabuzz, Psyduck, Golduck, Goldeen. Oh my god. Imagine, you've unlocked Goldeen! Now Goldeen can fight Link against the fighting Polygon team. Like, what the fuck was I thinking, dude? I'm gonna go back in time and kick the little fucking 8-year-old me's ass. This is... Oh god, I was probably 8 when I drew this, dude. I was too old to be doing this shit. I was too old for this shit, man! We'll get to this. We'll get to this mess down here in a minute. We'll get to addressing what's going on down here. Hey, Luigi, I don't feel so good. Mario, I think I touched the stone and aged an extra 40 years, Mario. I think my kidneys are shot. Luigi, hang on, brother. I'll get you to a hospital soon. Mario, I think we're both gonna need to be checked in soon. You're not looking too good yourself. Anyways, where was I? Fortress Remoraid, Donphan, Corsola, Fortress Remoraid. Good thing I'm still a huge Pokemon fan, so I know how to spell half this shit. Kind of. Other than all the ones I misspelled. Corsola. Good thing I'm a huge Gen 2 fan, so I remember how to spell all this shit. Except for the ones I misspelled. Quillfish, Politoed, Poliwag, Poliwrath. Quillfish. Politoed, Poliwag, and Poliwrath. Igglybuff, Togetic, Cleffa, and then the Geodude family and Clefairy family. Okay, it's so Igglybuff, Togetic, Cleffa, Geodude, Graveler, Golem, Clefairy. Sure, what was coming next? And then Clefable. I'm like going down memory lane of like how these Pokemon were in the anime and any other instance where they get to hear their voices. Sentret, Wooper, Eevee, Tangela. Sentret, Wooper, Eevee, Tangela, and then Phanpy and Electabuzz. I remember I saw those there. Phanpy, Electabuzz. Psyduck, Golduck, Goldeen. Golduck, Goldeen. Truly the most riveting Smash Bros. Roster I could ever come up with. So, okay, so we're finally getting a couple more characters that are twist characters. They got twists added to them from previous characters. I believe this is supposed to be Mario and Luigi in Mario Kart. I think they're grabbing steering wheels and not their junk. I just realized that kind of looks really wrong. I swear I was not a dirty-minded 8-year-old. I didn't even have the idea of that, like kind of like jokes like that until I was much older. I was a good boy. I was a good little boy. So these, I believe, are supposed to be Mario and Luigi in Mario Karts, but instead of drawing carts, you know, to make it very obvious and iconic, I just drew them weirdly bald, weirdly old. I think I just didn't color in Luigi's stuff. Their hats are shrunken down. Their heads are lopsided and weird. They're sunburnt the fucking back. So I guess they're supposed to be Mario Kart Mario. Mario Kart Luigi. Mario and Mario. And then Sandbag from Smash. Alright. Blissey. Scratch and Grounder. Ooh, more Sonic picks. Didn't forget about that. Wait, that's not Blissey. What am I talking about? That's Chansey. Chansey. Scratch. Grounder. And then Quagsire. That's not Sonic. Sonic. Alright, that's page 4. Oh my god. We're halfway done-ish. Ugh. I'm kind of getting sick of naming all these Pokemon, dude. Can I get a little bit more creative, please? Oh, I should probably copy you. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So now, now we get to actually, you get to see the progression of my youth as I start to play games like Mario Sunshine. As there's a lot of that in here eventually. I did have Mario with Flood in it before, but now it's like, and Bowser Jr. as well. But now it's like Mario Sunshine. So we have Shadow Mario. I did not know that I've called him Goopy Mario or something, but it's Shadow Mario. That's the name of the actual transformation for Bowser Jr. And then sludge piranha, I guess would be the name for that. Sludge piranha plant. It's just the ones that were like covered in goo that you had to wash off and then spray down or whatever. I think probably specifically the ones that like, it wasn't the one that was like a gigantic pile of sludge, like, but I think this is the one that were like you like fill it with water and they'd pop like a balloon or something, maybe, because they were the ones that were just piranha plants covered in sludge, whereas the other ones are actually made of sludge. I don't know, sludge piranha, Mario. It's one of those things. It's irrelevant. It's a stupid fucking character. Xatu from Pokemon. And then here, there's another special concept I came up with as a kid that we're going to see a ton of moving forward. So this pink Yoshi, but what's this? There's little blue eyes right here. There's the green nose over here. What's going on in this character spot? For some reason, I had the idea of like, well, what if there's characters similar to Ice Climbers where there's more than one running around at the same time? You control them all. Well, why stop at 2 when you could have 3 or 4 or 8 or 10? So there's a lot of characters that are just a group of people with something binding them together, some sort of like thing. Like down here's like the Mario Brothers. There's the Green Gang as one character slot. Things like that oh god. So this is, I think, is supposed to be like Yoshi's. It's like a Yoshi tribe or something. I don't even know what I called it as a kid. It was supposed to be like a bunch of Yoshis, right? Like just a cluster of them from like Yoshi's Story or something like that. So we'll just call it a Yoshi tribe. The Yoshi series. Then we got Dragonite and Dratini. You can tell it's Dragonite because the antenna isn't being right next to here. And Big Boo. This is the Big Boo you fight in Luigi's Mansion, Boolossus. That's different from King Boo. So, Dragonite, which is a solid pick for Smash on it, I'm not gonna lie. Dratini and Boolossus. Mario. And then the Mario Brothers. I was looking at what's after them. Pac-Man. Oh, a new series is introduced, guys. Pac-Man, Machop, the polar bear from Ice Climbers, and then Machoke, Natu. Yeah. So, Pac-Man, Machop, polar bear, Ice Climber. Told you we'd come back to that series eventually in here. And then it was a Machoke after that. And Natu? Was Natu next? Yes. And then Green Gang. We're almost at the end of all the Powerpuff Girls characters that we added in. Finally, we're almost at the end of it. Machamp, and then there's Monkey, and from Dexter's Laboratory. You remember Monkey? He had like a pet monkey that got like superpowers and secretly went off to go fight crime or save the world from monsters. And then there was a one-off character that Mandark actually created, a super duck. I forgot what it was called. Dexter's Lab Duck. Quackor, the Fowl. Monkey's girlfriend is a girl? They dated? What the hell? I don't remember this. What the fuck? I thought they were rivals who became like buddies. They fought each other, and they're like, we're not actually gonna hate each other. And they were buddies. I didn't know they were fucking making out. What the hell? I don't remember this. I mean, it can't be with the Powerpuff Girls. I can't do it. I can't do a duck. I can't do a Donald Duck. So Machamp, Monkey, and Quackor. So Machamp, Pokemon, Monkey, Quackor. I think that's the last of Dexter's lab characters that I put in here. There's Topi from Ice Climber. Topi, Ice Climber. And then the entire Slowpoke family. Slowpoke, Slowbro, Slowking. I guess that's what I thought Slowking looked like. Slowpoke. Slowbro. Slowking. I was smoking something, and then Shelter. Oh, Shelter, and then this giant purple blob. Because Shelter's right here, I'm going to make a gigantic wild guess in the dark that this is supposed to be Cloyster. Cloyster. Wait. Now this I can recognize, and this is like, again, I think this might be the last. This might be the last Powerpuff Girls character and the last TV show character for a good hot minute. I think this is supposed to be, so there was an episode where Professor Utonium put on a super suit. I don't remember what he's called though when he's in that super suit. So Professor Utonium superhero. Doesn't he? I swear he does. Yeah, he puts on the Powerpuff suit. Is that what it's called? The Powerpuff suit. Supermarket Powerpuff. Yeah. For some reason, I drew him like a fucking full-on spaceman. He's angry. But, I don't know. I just had such an impression on me as a kid, I guess. I don't know. But sure, yeah, I think that's the last character from that series. Power Puff. That's the last like character from a TV show we'll see from probably the last Cartoon Network character in total. I don't know. We'll see. We have Kingdra and the pink Butterfree from Bye Bye Butterfree. So Kingdra and pink Butterfree, because we can't just have an alt color. By the way, all like 500 characters that we're going over, they all have alt colors, some have special costumes, final smashes, unique movesets, Echo Fighters, everything. Misty, and I'm gonna go out on a limb and say this is probably Brock. That's why I didn't guess Brock for this right here. Wide-eyed, open-ass-eyed Brock. Because, I knew it was coming up here. This is the funniest fucking thing ever. I drew Brock as just a fucking turd smear. Dude, I don't know what the fuck I was on as a kid. So Misty, Brock, and Seaking, all from Pokemon. Misty, Brock, Seaking, and for some reason Seaking I wanted to draw it with water. Just it's swimming. Nobody else. Half of them are just floating heads. You can barely make out what they are. This one I wanted to draw it. Toadsworth. I think I called him Grandpa Toad because I didn't know what the fuck his name was from Sunshine. But Toadsworth. Nintendo bringing back. And of course, more variant twist characters. I'm gonna make a group called Done. Make it orange. And then that, and then that, and then that. Okay. That way I can stop accidentally clicking on old pages. We have Tennis Mario and Tennis Luigi. And Tennis Luigi. Okay. Next we have I guess Fox in his R-Wing. I didn't know this was called an R-Wing when I was a kid. I was like Fox in his spaceship. So Fox in his R-Wing, Mr. Eye from Mario. I just thought it was an eyeball. You can see I'm paying attention to details now. Like, ooh, draw the little veins in the eyeball. So I'll just call R-Wing Fox, Star Fox, Mr. Eye, Mario, and then Falco is R-Wing Falco. And then down here we have Mario and Luigi on balls. I guess I'd call it Circus Ball Luigi and Circus Ball Mario. This is like the balls you roll on like Mario Party. We're like doing like bumper stuff into each other. So Circus Ball Mario, Circus Ball Luigi, and then Peppy and Slippy in their R-Wings. So Circus Ball Luigi, Circus Ball Mario, and then R-Wing Peppy, R-Wing Slippy. My mind is an enigma. That's not the quote. Oddish. For some reason, I drew with a gigantic fat head and a million teeny tiny spiky leaves going up, instead of a very small like onion body with a couple big leafy bits sticking out. But we'll take it. We'll take it. It's not the worst rendition of a Pokemon I've done on here. Hello, Turd Stain. I think this is the gigantic piranha heads that would roll down like Bianco Hills when you're going out to fight Petey Piranha. Hey, look, it's Petey Piranha. He gets on playing Sunshine during this part. So I don't know. Sludge Piranha plant head. And then that's Mario, and then Petey Piranha. A fan favorite. An actual, genuine, like, smash pick I'd put in a list. Horsey and Seadra, Gloom and Vileplume. Just getting more Pokemon out there. Horsey! Seadra! Gloom! Vileplume! And then this, I believe, is supposed to be Giant Donkey Kong. I think it's supposed to be Giant Donkey Kong, like from like the N64, like Player 1 mode. So Giant Donkey Kong. Kanong. Go play Smash Remix. It's a very fun mod of Smash 64. And then this is another Digimon. Is it like Ivymon or something? Is that a thing? Ivymon? Palmon. Palmon. Okay. That's That's who it's supposed to be. I mean, obviously, that's what I was picking. So yeah. So Palmon. That kind of looks like a fun character to play. Not gonna lie. If they put in like 4 or 5 Digimon, I'd say sure, throw that in there somewhere. That looks kind of cool. Little whiny dude with like poison stuff. Similar to it evolved from Tanamon. Digivolve. Oh yeah, the little onion guy. Similar to its rival Floramon. Gets along with Fanbeamon. Oh, you know what? You know what Digimon I really liked as a kid? I had a toy of it. I had a couple Digimon toys. Sunflower. Wait a minute. Rosamon. Wait a minute. Wait, Togemon. That was. Oh, I had this guy too. That was Togemon. Next form Lilymon. Rosemon. Yep. Hold on. I had to think of this guy as a kid. Fucking goated design, greatest thing of all time. If I ever remake this list, this guy's gonna. I had a toy of this guy too. Oh my god, this guy! I remember I had him, and I had Gecko. Oh my god, I'm going back in memory lane. Yes. I need to remember these. I'm keeping this tab separate. I need to remember these things. Pukumon, Geckomon, Shogun Geckomon, dude. Go to design Automamon. Dude, I had a toy of this too. Oh my god, I had so many figures of these guys. Shellmon, I didn't have a toy of him, but I wanted a toy of him. He looked so cool. Scorpiomon, that's pretty neat. Kuramon, that's a neat little thing. Maybe I need to get into Digimon. Maybe I really need to get into Digimon at some point. I need to sit down and go over Digimon at some point, dude. Like, maybe I was missing out on something, just like skipping it entirely. Blissey with the giant ram horns, one spiraling into an infinity. Blissey. Oh, Pomamon. Hold on, I have it copied. Now, because of the way this is shaped, because of the way that Mario is turned, I'm gonna say this is probably supposed to be Paper Mario. This is probably when I played Paper Mario on the N64. I didn't play that far into it. And I think this is before, because this is before Paper Mario and the Thousand Year Door. And I will show proof of that soon enough. But this is supposed to be, I think, Paper Mario. And then Rhyhorn, Rhydon, Seal. I think that's Seal because Seal has like the yellow mouth and Dugong doesn't. So, Paper Mario. And then Rhyhorn, Rhydon, Seal. Vaporeon, Jolteon, Flareon. I'm excited to diving into Digimon, dude. After seeing some of those designs, I'm like, damn, this shit's cool. Damn, that shit good. And then we have Mario on Yoshi. And you see Yoshi's frowning. He's not very happy there. There's SpongeBob SquarePants. I finally put this is when I started watching SpongeBob a lot more. This is when I was like, it was part of my morning cartoon routine. I would be eating breakfast. I'd turn on a TV that we have in the kitchen, that like my great aunt that we lived with used whenever she was sitting down eating, and I'd be sitting there eating cereal, and I watched like morning cartoons on Nickelodeon. I was a Cartoon Network kid, but I would watch morning cartoons on Nickelodeon, and it would be, I think, like Rugrats and SpongeBob would be coming on. And that's when I started watching SpongeBob. And so you can see here, I'll put SpongeBob SquarePants there. And then Mario with Flood riding Yoshi, Sunshine Mario and Yoshi. Yoshi's a lot happier there. Has his little itty bitty nose. He's sad here. Mario gets Flood. Yoshi's happy. The mood swings. So Mario, riding Yoshi. Mario riding Yoshi. Mario. And then SpongeBob SquarePants. Cheesy would flip out if this roster were true, just because of SpongeBob. From SpongeBob SquarePants. SpongeBob SquarePants. And then Sunshine Mario riding Yoshi. Now, because of these eyes, I think this is Paper Luigi and Paper Peach. I think. So I'll just go with that. Paper Luigi. Why I didn't draw them sideways, just like I did in Paper Mario, I don't know. Paper Peach. That's not... They're not from Pokemon. And then Shy Guy on stilts, and then Shy Guy is with a stick. So I think it's called... Oh, I think it's called Limbo Guys. Are they called Limbo Guys? Limbo Guy. Yoshi. Shy Guy Limbo. That's a level in Yoshi's story. Bamboo Dancers. Also referred to as Limbo Guy. Yes! Yes! Bamboo Dancer is their official name. But yeah, I'm calling them Limbo Guys. Yeah, so Stilt Guy and Limbo Guy. Stilt Guy and Limbo Guy. And they are Yoshi characters because that's the games they appear in. Even though regular Shy Guy is a Mario character. Okay, that's that page done. So this next page, good lord. There's still 3 pages to go over, and then I took a second picture of a fourth one because there's some eraser marks to go over too. I'm gonna grab a drink from my fridge real quick. We're gonna take a second here. I need to recharge. Oh my god. Oh, I've been sitting here yapping, talking about my past for far too fucking long. Yikes. Got some Monster Zero Ultra Strawberry Dreams. Love that flavor. All right. Now another thing, aside from all these group shots, is that I got sick of just drawing characters' heads floating there. I tried to be creative with like characters having parts of their limbs reaching in. So we're going to see a lot of that. A lot of like this. Oh god, that's the worst of it. I didn't even draw the characters. Nowadays I would be like, I would have so much fun drawing the characters, like stuff fitting into these squares. I just did so much of this as a kid. I got sick of this shit. So that's supposed to be Mewtwo. I don't know why he's brown, but I know from that mask, I think he's supposed to be in his armor. I think this is supposed to be Mewtwo in his armor from... Oh, I needed a page 6. That's supposed to be Mewtwo in his armor from the movie. So armored Mewtwo from... Oh, we gotta copy Pokemon again because we're going through the works. And then the Pichu brothers. Pichu and Pichu. That one kind of makes sense. Like, they're different characters. There's one with a little hair on it. Yoshi with eggs. Yoshi with eggs. His whole moveset revolves around them, having eggs floating around him. Pianta and a Pianta cop. And a Gooper Blooper. So Pianta Police, and Gooper Blooper. Those aren't from Pokemon. And then here's the Ash's Johto team. You can see there's Cyndaquil, Chikorita, Totodile, Noctowl with his red wings. Was this before Heracross? Ash's Johto team. I don't know. Is that who is that there? That would be Bulbasaur? I don't know. This was definitely early in the show before like Chikorita evolved into Bayleaf and Ash had Heracross. I don't fucking know, dude. It's Ash's Johto team. Ash's Johto team. He'd run around with all of his Pokemon out at the same time and they'd do different moves. That's... Boy, I was a genius. Okay, anyways, Majin Buu. I think my older brother did this. And he did Super Buu as well. And I remember being mad because he wrote ha 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 on here. And I was like, I don't want words on here. Ah! But I like that now. It's very charming. It puts character on here. So Majin Buu and Super Buu. It's going to be a while before we see more DBZ characters, unfortunately. Even though Dragon Ball Z did become like a huge part of me and my brother's like childhood and my teenage years and adult years and everything, Dragon Ball Z is a huge part of my life. This is just barely the beginning, right? Pinsir, Grimer, Muck. I want to say this is Kingler and this is Krabby because the big claw here and the little claw, like I paid attention to that part. So, Pinsir, Grimer, Muck, Kingler, and Krabby. I don't know what the fuck that is. What is it, like Shadow Dr. Mario or something? I don't fucking know. What is that? What is that? What is that? What the hell? I have no clue. Oh God. I have no idea. We finally got another question mark. And then there's like the Pikachu family. I'll just put Pikachu evolution line. That's right. We have a character slot dedicated to you playing as Pikachu, Pichu, and Raichu at the same time. I didn't have transformation characters. I didn't even have like a Zelda Sheik thing going on. I didn't even pick that. I just had characters that you played as like 5 people on screen at once. Like fucking Sonic Heroes. But this is before Sonic Heroes came out. This is before fucking... What is this? Ash's Kanto team? Snorlax, Pikachu, Bulbasaur, Kingler. What is their teeth there? I guess this would be Charizard, and then... Where's Squirtle? Where's Pidgeot? I don't know. Ash's Kanto team. Yeah. Time Wizard, a Yu-Gi-Oh card. Time Wizard. Yu-Gi-Oh. Yeah, that's what it's called. Time Wizard. Okay. I remember. No clue. Something question mark and something golden. And then oh god, Mario something. I'm okay. Let's see. We have Mario, Luigi, Waluigi, Wario, Peach, Birdo. What the fuck was I thinking? What is this shit? What? Is that Toadsworth above Wario? What's this brown thing? What's this black thing? What's this? What's that? Baby Mario and Baby Luigi? I something Mario. Mario. What's his Spring Guy? Is that his name? Shy Guy, Spring Guy. Uh, Shy Guy, Twist? Twist Guy? Shy Guy the 13th. Okay, no, that's not it. Is it not just like a spring guy? Boing, boing. He's like on a twister thing. Boing, boing, boing. Like he's like on a Shy Guy on a spring. I'll just call him Spring Guy because I know like what kind of enemy it's supposed to be, but like I don't know why it's not. Whatever. Uh, and here's yet another, and probably the final crazy kind of character slot we'll see. Items. Just a yo-yo is a character. A yo-yo, you can see there's a Pokeball, the GS ball, a bat. Oh my lord in heaven. What was I thinking? What was I thinking? So a yo-yo. I think that's Raticate because that's Rattata. Obviously, yeah, Rattata, purple swirly tail. I think that's supposed to be Raticate. Just poo brown. Raticate. Rattata. Do I spell Rattata right? Oh, it's 2 T's then 1. Okay. And then Pokeball, Pink Bomb, and a Team Rocket Grunt. Poke. Oh wait. Yeah, Pokeball. Oh god, what was after that? Pink Bomb. And a Team Rocket Grunt. And then the GS Ball. Very missed opportunity in the anime. And then I saw after the GS Ball is good old Tracy. Remember Tracy? Remember when Brock disappeared for a season and Tracy came in? I did not hate Tracy. I thought it was okay. I was like, oh, Brock's gonna go off and do his thing. That's unfortunate. That's sad. Oh, Tracy. Well, okay, he's cool. He's neat. He's his own thing, you know. It was a nice fresh face. Unfortunate to lose Brock for a bit to get that fresh face. But everyone hates Tracy because they're like, "You're not Brock. How dare you stand where he stood?" And it's like, dude, that's not fair. He's his own character. He works well in the Orange Islands. Um, he has like a neat little array of Pokemon that he uses. He had Meryl, which is like a cool like preview into the next generation. Um, he was a sketch artist, that's his name, Tracy. He was cool. He looked like just some guy that would be like a background NPC character, but then he joined the group, and that kind of made it stand out a bit. It's like, hey, this dude's actually kind of important. Um, what the fuck? What those eyes? Oh, okay. No, I get it. It's supposed to be me and another epic real character. It's supposed to be me and my brother, but we're Mario brother characters. I'm fucking autistic as shit, dude. Me and my brother as Mario character, as Mario brothers. Real. That's baseball bat. I'll just say that Yo-Yo Smash too. Diglett, Dugtrio, Red Gyarados, Gold Magikarp, Diglett, Diglett Dig, Dig Dig Dig, Trio, Trio, Trio. Red Gyarados, Gold Magikarp. What the fuck? What is this supposed to be? There's like 15 pairs of these like yellow things. Are these arms? No, because I actually drew arms there. I have not a single goddamn clue, and I'm not even going to try and figure that out. I can't even figure out what series it's from. It's a guy on a wavy magic carpet. Carpet with a K. Drowsy, Hypno, Parasect, Paris. It says Sandshrew? I'll say it's Sandshrew. Drowsy. What? And then Sandshrew. Okay. Okay, what do we have here? We have Elekid, Meryl, Hoot Hoot, Vulpix. And then Richie, he was Ash's like counterpart. Samus's ship. Pikmin. That at least that kind of works because like, oh, they're hidden in the ground. But then Olimar is just that I didn't want to draw Olimar, so I just did that. We rented Pikmin for like a week. That's how I knew about Pikmin. So Samus's ship, Pikmin, Olimar, Mr. Saturn. Samus's... Yep. So there was a second Metroid. Pikmin. I'm very surprised I had Pikmin in here, actually. Any Pikmin character. Olimar. And then, what was after that? Mr. Saturn. From Earthbound. So there was a second Earthbound character, too. Wow, look at me. I think that's supposed to be the Wispy Woods. So Wispy Woods. Kirby. Who the fuck are these? Who's this fucking curly bald man, like with like fucking frayed hairs? It's like a Mario Brothers kind of thing, but I don't know. Kirby on a Warp Star, Sword Kirby, Fighter Kirby, Ball Kirby. Kirby on Warp Star. Sword. For some reason, these were different characters to me. I just kept doing that. Fighter Kirby and Ball Kirby. No. They're not even Pokemon. What am I doing? Kirby. And then Meta Knight. Oh shit, there was one before that. Kabuto and Kabutops, just as a group. Gotta squeeze a Pokemon in there somewhere, I guess. Hello, Regal. We've been going over stuff I drew as a kid for the last couple hours. We're on sheet number 6. We're at the very end of sheet number 6, actually. I had red Cataquack, blue Cataquack, giant red Cataquack. It's Sunshine. I'm playing a lot of Sunshine here. Red Cataquack. I didn't know what these were called at the time. Blue Cataquack and giant red Cataquack. They're the giant ones that were on top of the mirrors. And then the green Wiggler. I just got to my grandma's house. Saw Iron Lung tonight. Oh, was it good? Did you have fun? I'm going to put green Wiggler because it's specifically the Wiggler from Mario Sunshine. It's like green and weird looking. It's green and retired. Iron Lung was good. Big Spooky. Ooh, nice. Glad you had fun. I think because we were starting to watch. I did actually hit someone's mirror on the way home. God damn it, Regal! Can you stop breaking the fucking law? My poor Peter has a broken mirror. Peter. We started watching Kirby right back at you around this time, I think, too. I think that's why I was getting into the Kirby mood with all these characters here. So I think, which I thought like Wispy was also like a separate thing. So I guess this is, what's Escargoon? Is that his name? Escargoon. Yes, it is! I was right! Escargoon! Yo! You better come with the money back guarantee! Escargoon. I just knew him as the snail guy. He doesn't even have eye stalks. He has one big little bubble stock thing. He doesn't even have eyes like that. Fucking. Oh my god. I yearn to break the law. Oh my lord! Someone freaking chain this woman down, lock her up. Not in prison, just in the basement. And then what was the last one? The last one was the Pokemon Sandslash. Yeah, Sandslash. All right. Oh god. Oh, that's page 6. We're on page 7. We're on the last 2 pages. The last 1.5 pages. Page 8 wasn't finished. Page 7. Okay, and then we're gonna copy Pokemon again, so I'll have to keep typing that. Just to review what we've gone over so far. This is the first page, okay? I like this page the most because it actually has the most variety of characters. There's still a lot of Pokemon, but there's not the entire fucking roster of an entire Pokemon's decks, okay? And also the black lines make everything look nicer. I like that I had a black marker pen at the time. But this is the first page that we did. This is I don't remember what year, what like how old I was. I thought I was like 6 or 7, but I might have been like 8. I might have been 8 when I started this. I don't know. That this trend continued over the years though. And so, and there's page 3, and there's page 4, and then page 5, and page 6. So then, what basically, in short, I this is proof I have autism. Okay, I was obsessed with character select screens back then, playing through Smash Bros. 64, Smash Melee on the GameCube. I was like, yeah, and so I always want to make my own giant character select screens. And I'm still obsessed with character select screens to this day. So like this is like a nostalgic high for me, seeing these pages, going over this again, and trying to figure out what the hell I was doing. And I like it. I like this style, especially like this first page a lot. I like this first page a lot more than any of the other ones. Just because even though this is like the worst of the drawings, I mean, they honestly it probably isn't the worst of the drawings. There's some really bad ones, but it is like, I don't know. But it's also a look into my past to see like how I grew up and what kinds of stuff I was getting into, like what kinds of games and stuff. We'll address these fucking chuds in a moment. First of all, that's the Crystal Onyx. That's from the anime. There was a Crystal Onyx from like a special episode. It lived in water and was like immune to fire or something. Crystal Onyx. It was a really cool concept. They should bring that back as like one of the rogue Pokemon or whatever they're called. I can tell it's a Stantler's. And I'm getting a little bit more competent in drawing characters now at this point. At this point, you can kind of actually tell who's who a little bit here. But the fucking melted faces. But you can kind of tell like characters here a little bit. So, and this is also, you can now start to see when I'm starting to play Pokemon Sapphire, I get a new Game Boy Advance, a shiny new Game Boy Advance, and I start to play through Pokemon Sapphire, and I'm starting to see all these brand new Pokemon. I think I finally got the Game Boy Advance around later on through here, because I'm starting to like draw these things. You can really tell when things changed up. There's a Stantler Antlers, but like, Teddiursa, Ursaring, I don't know who the fuck that is. Who that tail belongs to. So I don't know what group this is, but it's Stantler. Oh, yeah, it's a Pokemon. I guess it's Azurill. I've already had Marill and Azumarill in here, so Azurill, Wailord. I don't know whose beak that is. Is that Fearo's beak? Is that even close to Fearo's beak? Fearow. Maybe I thought that was Fearo's beak as a kid. Maybe I thought that was like, it's Fearow. I don't know why I draw Fearow in the middle of a bunch of Hoenn Pokemon, but sure. So Azurill, Wailmer, Fearow, Poor chick. Just tons of Pokemon at the beginning again. Oh, Regal, I got something fun to show you. You remember how you showed me Geodude sniffing? Meet Kecleon. Meet fucking Kecleon. I saw, like, when I was a kid, and I saw, like, a glimpse of, this is the next generation, and it showed Kecleon. I saw a glimpse of Kecleon for, like, an anime episode or something, and then, like, a couple weeks later, I was like, I want to draw that, and I completely forgot what he looked like. So this is Kecleon. Don't let him get too close now. And, this is Trico. Up here. This is Trico, apparently. Oh, God. And this is Mudkip. Dude, I should have been looking at references more. Trico and Mudkip. Oh, God. Wingull. Now, there's Magcargo, and then there's Magcargo. So I think this is supposed to be Magcargo, and down here is supposed to be Slugma. And I just didn't pay attention to the fact that Slugma has, like, fiery eyes. I don't know. I'm gonna put Magcargo first. So Wingull and Magcargo. And Slugma will be the one that's later on. Zigzagoon, just drew his tail because I didn't want to draw a head. Gligar Man. Already I was starting to get the obsession with Gligar, even though I didn't draw Gligar in here at all. So Zigzagoon and Gligar Man. Spider-Man. And then I remember this. There was an episode of the anime that was really weird. It was like a magical witch. This sounds schizo, but a magical witch accidentally turns Ash into a talking Pikachu version of himself. And it's really weird, and like remembering it is kind of uncomfortable. Like he's like at the end of the episode, they're like, "Oh, well, it'll just wear off eventually, I guess." And they're like, "Oh, ha 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 ha," as like Pikachu's like fucking tickling him and shit, and it's like, what the fuck? And then it made it sound like it was gonna be like the part of a big arc where like the next few episodes would be it, but then the next episode starts off with like the crew walking, and then Ash just sort of like, "Wait, my tumby's rumbling," and then he turns back to normal. He's like, "Oh, cool, it wore off. Okay, anyways, on with the adventure." And it's like, why would you make that a fucking part 2? It was so stupid. It was weird and stupid, and I need to write down Spider-Man. Spider-Man. And then Pikachu Ash. But I was like, oh, well, clearly that's a very important thing. So Ash needs to have another form. So we're gonna put that in the roster here. Okay, I was getting into Captain Underpants at the time. Captain Underpants being Captain Underpants here. Super Diaper Baby. I remember that name. And I forgot the dog's name. Super Diaper Baby. The Adventures of Super Diaper Baby. What was his dog's name? Baby and Billy gain superpowers shortly after birth. Billy teams up with a superpowered dog, Diaper Dog, to fight Diaper Dog's former master, a sentient piece of feces named Deputy Dangerous. Oh, yeah. You want to go to the Wikipedia page for feces? Jesus Christ. So, Captain Underpants, Super Diaper Baby, and Diaper Dog. New additions in Smash. These are the new Smash Bros. Characters. Sakurai's like, I'm very happy to announce Super Diaper Baby will be joining the roster in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Deluxe. You like have your eyes get all teary as you hear the music. Super Diaper Baby unleashes a giant fart attack as he fights a giant piece of feces. Okay. So I think these are all just other trainer Pokemon teams. So there's Tracy and his team, Scyther, Venonat, Meryl, and that's Tracy's fucking bowl cut. I think this is Brock's team. I think it's Crobat, Brock with the blackest of arms, Geodude, Vulpix, Onyx, and whatever Pineco. He had Pineco. And then Misty's team with Psyduck, Corsa. Oh, I don't fucking know. There's two Misty's teams with when she had Politoed evolve. I don't know why I did this. Okay, Tracy's team, Brock's team, Misty's team. I'll put Misty's team 1. I've been at this for 3 hours. I don't care anymore. Fucking, I was a stupid ass kid. Tracy's team is Tracy's. Does he spell his Pokemon Tracy? Does he spell his name with a Y E E Y? Fucking god shit balls, damn it, fuck. He spells it with a fucking EY. I'm accurate, okay? Tracy's team. Edit. Brock's team. Misty's team 1. Lord. Okay. What the hell is this thing? Is that another Digimon? Is there like a snow bear Digimon? Polar bear Digimon? Frigimon! Okay, I had a toy for this guy too. Frigimon. I remember this. Okay. Dude, I really need to get into Digimon, man. I'm like remembering all these sick ass designs and shit, dude. Like, okay. Frigimon. I don't remember the name. I just remember the design. So I'm surprised I put that in here. I can't tell you for the life of me. I was running out of ideas maybe. So maybe I just put in a bunch of angry bubbles and X's. Is that what this is now? This is like this character is, that's right. Angry bubbles and cluster of X's. Join Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Deluxe. I don't know. Hey, I'll just put angry bubbles. And cluster of X's. There's no actual series for those. Okay. I think this is actually supposed to be Paperboy specifically. I think this Kid on the Bike is Paperboy. I didn't play the Paperboy games. In fact, I remember very specifically I tried to rent a game for the N64 from Blockbuster, and someone swapped the game out for Paperboy 64. And I remember his dumbass fucking face. Let's look at Paperboy 64. I almost forgot you had the Animal Crossing. Yeah, I turned sounds on specifically because of that. He's like, whoa! I remember seeing that on this exact cartridge. I saw this cartridge and I got so fucking mad as a kid. I was like, I cannot stand it. How could you have done it? I forgot what game we were trying to. I think it was trying to rent like. I don't know. Fucking I don't know what game we were trying to rent. We were trying to rent something that was like a high end game that we just didn't have a copy of at home, like a Mario or Zelda game or something like that. I don't know. We were trying to rent something that was like a swapped it out with Paperboy, and I saw this and I got so mad. I was like, "You stupid little kid!" I hated it so much. I needed a tab open to explore stuff. Okay, so I think this is Paperboy. I think I calmed down and let him be in Smash. I was like, I was not mad at you, Paperboy, man. First you did this. Why not? I remember when they made that sound like it was going to be important. I had Misty's team too. I'm not gonna put much thought into this. I didn't put much thought into this making this goddamn thing. When I was a kid, so I'm not gonna put much thought into it now. Misty's team too. Pokemon. And then George and Harold from Captain Underpants. Yeah. Okay. Then Mr. Krupp. I remember his name. I actually have not seen the Captain Underpants movie that came out a few years back. Okay, so I think this would be Slugma because the other one was Bacargo. So I think Slugma is who this is supposed to be. And then we have that's supposed to be the Hulk. That's supposed to fucking be the Hulk. And I don't know if I did that or my brother did that, and I did the fingers. I don't know why it's like two different fucking colors. I don't know. I think specifically we were playing like Hulk Ultimate Smash or whatever for the GameCube. And we rented that or something like that, and we were playing that. There's Ralts with his lipstick all over. He was sucking some dick or something. And Metagross. And then a bunch of Final Fantasy characters. So this was let's put Marvel. I made Spider-Man his own thing. We'll put Hulk as his own thing. There's only a few superheroes on here. There's not. I didn't get super into superheroes until much later. And then Ralts. And then Metagross. Stop. So my older brother played a fuckload of Final Fantasy 7, Final Fantasy 8. I think these are all characters from Final Fantasy 8. Like from this guy, this clown guy with the weird nose, all the way through till Tonberry. Cactar and Tonberry. Hey, anyone remember that fucking thing back in the day? I think he had a guidebook specifically for Final Fantasy VIII, so I kept looking through and drawing all these characters and monsters and stuff. So I don't know anyone's names. Final Fantasy VIII is on the list to play for games for my stream. So I will eventually know all these characters like by heart, but I have no fucking clue. I don't even I recognize this guy. I know the guy with like the tribal tattoo and shit. I know he's like one of the characters you get in the beginning. I think these guys are like GFs you summon. This is Ifrit over here. I know Ifrit. I think this is supposed to be Shiva. This is like Quetzal or something like that. So I don't know. I think these are all GFs you're supposed to summon. I don't know this guy. I don't recognize this guy. I don't... Why is his face like that? Every time I look over, I just want to bust out laughing. Why is his face like that? Thank you for this 3-stream streak. Okay, you know what? Final Fantasy 8 characters. Why did I open another new tab? Okay. Final Fantasy 8 characters. Okay. Wait. Okay. Is that... Oh, God, that's who that's supposed to be? Okay. All right. Oh, temporary characters. Okay. Oh, okay. No, I see. Okay, I was just looking through, like, the guidebook and just saying, that's... Bro's gonna sniff you. What is it with you and sniffing? I didn't have Laguna. He's, like, a major, like... So, okay, I just looked through, I was like, oh, this guy's cool, okay, so, I didn't even have Squall. I knew the main character is Squall, I didn't fucking put him in there. Irvine, he's a god, he's cool, he's a cowboy. Boy dude. I didn't put him in there either. Okay, Zell. So there's Zell, there's Kiros, there's Ward. Who's this Wolverine guy? And who's this clown guy? I had him before Zell, so I had to have seen him in the fucking guidebook before then. Mr. Monkey! Mr. Monkey! Fuck! There's no pictures. I want them to show me pictures of all these characters. I don't want to sit here and go through all this stuff. Can I just highlight? Oh, it's not like another wiki where I can just highlight over stuff. God damn it. Okay. Hold on. FF8 all GFs. Yeah. Guardian Force. Show me all of them. Okay. Ifrit. Brothers. That's who I saw. Brothers. I just drew one of them. Brother. Siren. Carbuncle. Carbuncle is that name. That guy's name. Oh, that's the name I was thinking of. That's Shiva. Oh, that's right. So is that Siren? Is that Siren? The first GF that can be drawn from an enemy. That's right! I remember. My brother was like, oh, like, she's a naked lady. And I was like, oh my god, that's not... You can't look at naked ladies. It's like, oh, she's not actually that naked. But it's, still... it's a pretty lady. You're not supposed to look at that stuff. Oh my god, I remember now. I remember. Yeah, Siren, because it's like from the first, like, major boss you draw this from. Dude, I didn't play this game, and I fucking remember so much because I watched my brother play so much of it. Cactar and Tonberry, there's the boys. Alexander Doomsday. Oh my god. Wait, so then what the fuck is this thing then? He's before Cactar and Tonberry. Cerberus. Pandora. Does Carbuncle have like two forms or something? Is that? No? They had figures? Oh my lord, I need to get these. Chat, donate $5,000 to my bank account, please. Chat, get me out of crippling debt. I don't... Bahamut? I mean, that's a dragon. That's not going to be... Yeah, that's like the most powerful summon in every Final Fantasy. I'm going to start playing Final Fantasy games soon. I think I'm going to start with Final Fantasy 3. And we're going to... Non-junctionable. Well, let me get out of my life savings. Thank you very much. Your donation will be... You got pocket limit now. Will that work? Your donation will be greatly appreciated. If you donate your entire life savings, I'll put your name on the wall for the month. Where's the blue guy? Who is this? Who's this? Someone who's played Final Fantasy. Who's this? Who's the Wolverine guy? Who's the clown? Who's the clown? Who is the clown? Antagonist. Ultimate Vinzer dealing. Is he? Nope. Sorceress Adel. Nope. Ultimecia. I know she's different from Edea. She's like the final boss, right? Yeah. I know. Clown Man McGee. Piet. That sounds like a clown name. Like Piet. Nope. Library girl with a pigtail. Hell yeah. Boo Boo the Full. Oh, I ate too much. Oh, God, this is gonna suck for the next hour. Fuck. I'm just gonna put a bookmark on that. So like, I don't know, FF8 clown. Final Fantasy is an RPG. And then what was this guy's name? Zell, Kiros, and Ward. At least I picked the three most brosif looking guys there are. The three chuckle fucks. I don't know. Zell, Heroes, and Ward. No Cloud, no Sephiroth, but we got the fucking clown. Let's go. No, I'm not talking about the final boss of Final Fantasy VI, who's like one of the most infamous characters in all of Final Fantasy. I'm talking about the fucking unknown clown from Final Fantasy VIII. Let's fucking go. The Jester. And who I want to know who this Wolverine guy is. If I put like if I search Final Fantasy, is this AI that's been trained on all of our lives is gonna be able to do its fucking job and figure it out? FF8 Wolverine guy. Thank you. AI mode. Tell me. Thinking. Searching. Fuck you! It's not Squall Lionheart, you stupid piece of shit! I just drained an entire lake for this shit. Fuck you! If I search like Claw guy? Claw? Orange, black. Who is this mysterious character? Like, he has Wolverine claws. He's like, this can't just be Wolverine. I wasn't just sitting here drawing, oh, I'm looking through my brother's Final Fantasy book. Let's draw this guy, and this guy, and this guy, and this guy, and oh, Wolverine. I'll put him underneath Hulk. That's so awesome. And then this guy, and this guy. I didn't do that shit. I clustered these fucks together for a reason. Maybe I did draw Wolverine. I don't know. I'm gonna put. I was Wolverine. FF8 Wolverine guy. And then Ifrit. That's not Shiva. It was Siren. Why would he have horns? Well, yeah, because his mask kind of does the thing. I mean, well, okay, spoiler warning. I think that this might be Wolverine over here on the right-hand side. Might be on the final page. The final page, which is not finished. And this might be Wolverine over here on the final page. I don't know. I'm really at a loss of what some of these characters are. But Ifrit, Siren, brothers, and whatever. The GFs are really cool. Carbuncle. Okay, so brothers. Carbuncle. FF8. Blue thing. And then Cactar and Tomberry. I really wish I had my older brother's Final Fantasy VIII guide. I wish I had that again. I would probably be able to find and pick out the fucking artwork that I saw, and I would be like, oh, there we are. Toon Link, this is before Brawl was ever a thing, so I called Wind Waker Link, but Toon Link from Zelda, and I forgot to put in. This is supposed to be Abominable. I didn't know who he's called. It's like old Hulk guy. Again, we played Hulk Ultimate whatever. I think we probably saw the movie too, like the Hulk, the one that came out before the MCU, the old one that was like whatever, that was not the MCU but was like the other Hulk movie. So Abominable. What the fuck is his name? Abominable. Obama! Abominable. Is that the name of the Marvel? Abomination. 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 I'm losing my fucking gourd. Mr. Krabs, Plankton, Mega Man, Battle Network version of Mega Man. That's the first Mega Man I drew! Oh my god, this is when the cartoon came out. I remember the anime, that Chinese cartoon. This is when the anime came out. The Mega Man Battle Network anime. I remember that. Oh my god, yes, I remember now. And this is also when I was playing a lot more Ruby and Sapphire, or when I played Sapphire, which is funny because we just started to play through that. So like, so Mr. Krabs, SpongeBob, SquarePants. Now he's in Smash. SpongeBob Bob. Abomination, more like Damnation. And then Mega Man. And then okay, I guess this time we have a Rugrats character in here. Ironically, Nick All-Stars Brawl or whatever like that had Reptar, which is a good pick. I had Chucky Chan. I don't know if this is right when the Rugrats movie in Paris came out, or if that was beforehand and I just thought of the character. But fucking Chucky Chan, the imaginary Kung Fu Chucky that he had in his dream. So Chucky Chan, Rugrats, the one Rugrats representative from all the cartoons I've had. 5 million Powerpuff Girl representatives and Chucky Chan. This is Baby Dragon. That's the name, right? Of the card. Baby Dragon Yu-Gi-Oh! Yu-Gi-Oh! Yeah. Time Wizard. Baby Dragon. To make 1,000-year dragon. I like how I have 2 Yu-Gi-Oh! Characters in here. I have Time Wizard on another page. Right there. Time Wizard. And then Baby Dragon. Nothing else. No Dark Magician, no Blue Eyes White Dragon, or Red Eyes Black Dragon. Not even like toon versions of them. No Dark Magician, no Dark Magician Girl. Nothing else. Just, not even Yugi. Just Baby Dragon and Time Wizard. Squidward and Patrick. I don't know why I drew them like this. Dude, I was starting to get better. I got a little bit older. I probably waited a little bit between drawing these freaks and then starting to draw more stuff. I mean, I think it probably, I don't know, maybe I took a break for a bit and then like started drawing a lot more from reference. And I was like, I remember this now. They look like this. They look like this. I probably had like magazines, like kids magazines that had like pictures I could look through to see like what these characters look like. You could tell like I had a Pokemon guidebook for Ruby and Sapphire, so I actually could see what they looked like. Like this is how you can tell through time I was improving a lot more. I also stopped doing all those stupid group characters. Okay, we don't have Misty's Team 12 on here anymore. Okay, we don't have Mario Brothers plus Wario Brothers anymore as its own fighter slot. We now actually have characters again. We have characters. So Squidward and Patrick. We're so close to the end. We're so close to the end. Oh my god. Kyogre, Groudon, Grovyle, Sceptile. Okay, then I just do each of the okay, so Kyogre, Groudon, Grovyle, Sceptile, Muskin, Blaziken, Marshtomp, and Swampert. We have the Reggies. Notice how there's not individual character slots for these. I put them all three in one. So, Reggie Trio. And then we have Brendan and May. As I can tell because May's right there. Efficiency, exactly. I think I remember too. I drew the Reggie Trio and I was like, what's the last slot? Oh, I could have both. Oh, I should have had them as separate characters. No. So we have Brendan and May as a dual slot. But it's okay because they don't have individual slots. We're not just copying stuff over. Okay. That was page 7. We're on the last page. The last half a page. We're almost done. We're almost done. Oh god, I thought this would be so much more fun, but it's just been hard. Page 8. Bart fucking Simpson. I don't know why I drew him like that. Why his ears like up like that. And then Wanda and Cosmo. There's no Timmy Turner. I think I retract. I think I what's not the word? Not retracted. I think I what is it like when you go backwards? Not relapse. That's just going back on old habits, but like what is it like when you regress? I think I regressed a bit when I was drawing some of this stuff because man, is it terrible. Compared to like the end of that last page, revert, I guess kind of. I think regress is the word I was looking for. Bart Simpson, and then Wanda and Cosmo. We have Simpsons, now by Disney, and then we have Fairly Odd Parents. Odd Parents, Fairly Odd Parents. They're both in Smash. I have a guy, and a guy. And that. And Roselia. I remember this. Okay. I think for some reason I was starting to run out of ideas for non-Pokemon characters for a bit. Even though you can see I had Cream the Rabbit down here and Goku and stuff like that. Like, obviously, I realized later on I could add Sonic characters and stuff like that too. Like, I still have not added Shadow. Why the fuck was I not thinking of Shadow the Hedgehog this entire time? I don't know. But I decided I think I started deciding to come up with just like generic people to put in here. I don't know why. After fucking like 500 characters in 8 pages, I think I just lost my mind. So there's like a guy doing something. I have no idea what he's doing, if he's like studying or what. And then this guy I think is supposed to be like a businessman. And then this is supposed to be like a gardener dude. I remember for some reason the blue shirt was like a gardener dude. And he actually had like, it was kind of a neat concept. He'd use like gardening tools like hedge trimmers and a rake and shit as weapons. That's kind of neat. But and then there's the Bigfoot. I think that's supposed to be Bigfoot. I didn't even call him Sasquatch back then. It was Bigfoot. So it's like a studying guy, a businessman, a gardener, and Bigfoot. The most famous video game characters of all. And then Roselia from Pokemon. Good. I love Gardener Man. You know what? I kind of want to make it a thing. I want to make it make like a guy who's like, make him kind of like a superhero almost, but he's not. He's like Batman. Doesn't have superpowers. He just does it for the love of the game. And give him like an SB mowing background. I don't know if you guys know who that channel is. SB Mowing. He's a guy who goes around and mows really, really bad lawns for free, and then he just gets revenue from YouTube for doing it. YouTube and TikTok and stuff. We have Studying Man, Businessman, Gardener, and Bigfoot. Bigfoot is public domain. SB Mowing and SB Mowing and SB Meowing. And SB Pressure Washing. Get that? Pressure Washing, what it says. And then Roselia. That's not where it's from. It's from Pokemon. You copy Pokemon. And then paste. And then we have Magby, Tyranitar, Pupitar. Tyranitar is kind of a goated pick, though, not gonna lie. I'm very surprised it took me so fucking long to... Maybe the anime was wrapping up the Johto arc. Because Ruby and Sapphire were still fairly new, so maybe the anime was wrapping up the Johto arc, and this is why Ash had gotten to Mount Silver and met the Tyranitar. I think that's what was happening at the time. Then we have, I have no idea, a Silver Man and a Bronze Man. I'll just say that's what it is. I'm pretty sure it's not it, but I don't care. And then what's after them? A Karate Man, and a baby. This is the extent of my creativity as a child. I had so many other wild, wacky ideas. I just finished drawing my OC Emmy and like making like a little thing, like an actual proper sheet and backstory for her. And I go back like, what did I make as a kid? Oh yes, Studying Man, Karate Man, Baby. Not even Baby from Dragon Ball GT. Just a baby. I'm guessing that's what this is, because he's got fucking nipples. He's bald. He's stupid. Tiny. What the fuck is this thing? That better be Wolverine. I'm going to say that's Wolverine. It is now. I don't know who this guy is with the fucking stubby ass mustache. I'm gonna call him Thug Man. And who is this? The fucking Grinch? I don't think so. But he looks kind of like it, so what he is now. Pidgey, Pidgeotto, Pidgeot, Rayquaza, a smart man, a stupid man. Actually, I think that might have actually genuinely been what I did. Because he's like got a big brain, he's smart, and he's got his tongue is hanging out, he's got no eyebrows, he's stupid. Notice I didn't give these guys any ears. They're deaf. Pidgey. Pidgeotto. Pidgeot. Rayquaza have a Y in it? Rayquaza. Yeah, Rayquaza. Beep boop. Hello, Silent. Okay. It's Pokemon. Oh, whoops. Pokemon. And then we have a smart man and a stupid man. Smart man and a stupid man. How's it going? Oh, we're almost done. We're almost done naming all these. We're almost done. The pain. And then I have Frieza. I think his second form specifically, and Goku. And I think my older brother did these and just did little doodles. My older brother was a fairly good artist. He just, when he drew in these, he just kind of fucked around. And it's Frieza and Goku. Now you're going to notice there's a lot of erased pencil marks. I try to take a better picture to get a better look at them. I think this is the point where Dragon Ball Z was really like kind of becoming big for us. And there was a bunch of Dragon Ball Z characters I think one of us drew, and then for some reason I erased it. I was like, nah, we ain't gonna do that. Well, fucking nah. So I don't know. I want to try and guess who they were. I can see like Dodoria, I'm guessing that's Zarbon. I see a lot of Scouters. I don't know. I could probably get a couple of them from the background, like where they were erased. But we have Frieza and Goku. Finally, more Dragon Ball Z characters after, you know, Boo and Boo. I think that's Proto Man. Remember, we just saw Mega Man from the Battle Network. And then, like I said, this is when the show was starting to play. So I think that was Proto Man, and he was like super badass in that show. Proto Man. But it's specifically the Battle Network version. Don't ask me why he looks like a fucking 70-year-old grandma wearing a biker helmet. I have no idea. Cream the Rabbit. This is when I started playing Sonic Heroes. Still didn't have Shadow or Metal Sonic or Eggman or nothing like that. I think this is the last cartoon character. I think this is the last one. This is Ami from Hi Hi Puffy Ami Yumi. I started watching it on Cartoon Network, and I was like, oh, okay, I'll put that. I didn't put Yumi, the other one, in here, but Ami I did. I don't know why I drew her like that. Like, all... I don't even remember drawing this, in fact. This looks really kind of... It almost looks like someone else drew it, but I can't tell. Well, it's in there, so... They sung the Teen Titans theme song. They deserve a part in Smash. Makar and Medley from Wind Waker. I watched my brother playing through that at the time before I ever played the game. Those the last Zelda characters too. Lord, then of course this is when I was playing Paper Mario and the Thousand Year Door. I didn't get very far into it before this. So Lord Crump, Toadette, I think I know what happened here. I think that's Zesty, and I think I made up a character that was supposed to be like her husband or whatever. That's why he has like a mustache here. Like an old man Toad that was married to her or something. So, okay. Lord Crump. Toadette. Zesty's husband. Zesty. All these from Mario. And then Vivian, Rock Hawk, and the baby Yoshi that you get from Paper Mario. So Vivian, Rock Hawk, and baby Yoshi. That's it. We did it. That's everybody. Everyone's here. I mean, there's a couple we couldn't figure out. I still can't figure out those fucking... The clown guy from Final Fantasy. Who were some of these characters? I don't fucking know. We did it! We did it, everybody! Oh, wait. Oh. We did it. All the pages. I still like this one the most. The black pen. It's really funny how at the very, very end, I was just getting back into using the black pen, too. At the very end, I was just using it again. The black pen that I should have had all along. Oh my god. We did it. From this, when I was like 7 years old-ish, all the way to this when I was probably like 8 or 9. We went through them all. And named as many as we possibly could. Jesus Christ, how horrifying. How absolutely abysmal. Well, and what? How many slots left? 1, 2... Okay, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's 40. 42 slots left. Jesus Christ. I could have had more characters on here. I could have done more. Probably would have been a lot of Paper Mario characters since we're getting into that then. Maybe some Sonic characters from Sonic Heroes. Maybe some Dragon Ball Z characters, I don't know. But a lot of cartoon characters, a lot of Powerpuff Girl characters specifically. I'm very surprised how many Powerpuff Girl characters I had in here. Before I like stopped doing Cartoon Network stuff and went on to Nickelodeon. I didn't have the Teen Titans in here. I had fucking Ami, the fucking band that sung it, but I didn't have Teen Titans. I didn't have fucking Robin and the Beast Boy and Cyborg and Starfire and shit. Slade. The fucking the remote control guy, the couch potato, whatever his name is, Mr. Potato Head. Fucking, I don't know. God damn. Jeez, what a fucking ride down memory lane trying to figure out what my brain was going through drawing all these. It's kind of weird how quickly it shot up in quality because I was starting to actually use references and pay attention to facial features. Even when I kind of went off and drawing my own stuff, I was still doing a little bit better getting an actual shape here. And going back to drawing characters in the actual like boxes instead of just drawing like them holding their hand or showing a tail in there or something. So anyways, now that I've done all this and I've kind of organized this entire giant fucking list of everything, I want to do a bit of an experiment. Not today, obviously, but maybe like over the course of the next few months. I want to try and see if I can redraw most of this. Maybe do a brand new type of like super gigantic grid. Yeah, not today. I have work tomorrow. I'm tired. No today, all today. No. Fuck you. No, that's not happening. Like another gigantic super roster of just like whatever. Maybe cut a lot of the fat. I don't need to have a Power Star as a character in here. I don't need to have Sunkern as a character in here. I don't need to have fucking I don't know. Chef me, fire version of me, snake versions of me and my brother. I don't need that in here. Fucking Voltorb. A fucking, what was it? A baseball bat. I don't think that needs to be a character. I don't think Samus's ship needs to be a character, you know? Like, maybe retrimming this so I still have like this stupid mindset of when I was a kid. Maybe a lot of cartoon characters and stuff like that. Maybe keeping some of the wacky kind of made up characters I had in here. I don't know. I want to revamp this and then try drawing it now. Like well, nowadays, right? Like what I do now or something like that. Because people do that all the time. People have like, oh, let me show you the improvements of my art over the years. Here's what I drew when I was a kid. Here's what I drew now. And I'm like, I threw out all my shit as a kid. So I'm surprised I still had this. I'm very, very surprised that like I had this, all these papers saved up. I don't think I have any from my teenage years when I did more refined character select screens. When, you know, Brawl came out and everything, and I played like Smash Flash and stuff like that, and I had better ideas for character spots. But I don't know. I mean, it'd be fun to draw this stuff. I love drawing character select screens. And I like drawing, you know, stupid, ridiculous rosters that would never happen in any reality, but it would be fun to speculate. I think it'd be fun. So I'm gonna we'll do that in future art streams. I'll see when I want to do that. You know. Maybe we'll start something next week. Who knows? Anyways, I'm tired. I'm tired. It's I've been at this for almost 4 hours now. Over 3.5 hours. And I've just been yapping the entire fucking time. Not even commentating on like gameplay. I've just been talking about trying to mentally figure out stuff. It's exhausting. Tired, I'm hungry. I gotta go get ready for work tomorrow morning. Uh, there's a Discord. I announce streams. Tomorrow is the next stream. We're gonna be finishing up Overgrowth. Twitch for some reason keeps fucking up the category of which Overgrowth I'm streaming. It gets the right one, and then it doesn't let me change it to the right one. It changes it to the wrong one afterwards. It says I'm playing some other game. It's not about parkouring rabbits kicking the shit out of each other and bleeding to death. There's a YouTube, there's a Kick. YouTube links in the description. Kick, the bot doesn't work. I have a Patreon. If you don't like ads, then, you know, get a hint. Maybe do something about that. Fucking Happy New Year. Oh god, we're already at the end of January. Jesus Christ. It's starting to warm up a bit out there. The temperature was not as low today, so Poyo! It's changing. Poyo, thank you for the redeem. Anyways, I'm gonna head out. Thank you very much. See you tomorrow. Y'all have a good night. See you next time. Bye-bye.